Interested in A.J. Brown right now?
Yo, 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 what is up? What is up, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. We are on the second day of the Eagles Road to Free Agency live stream. We're going to hang out for a little bit and kind of talk about really not much of movement today. I mean, obviously some trades happened today. The Patriots trade for a set. I mean, there are some moves that that happened. Cam Curl got an extension. So the Eagles, sitting tight, really quiet, and honestly, dude, it's just to a point now where this week, Eagle fans have been so fucking emotional over I don't know. I mean, I had so many trolls yesterday. I mean, this morning, when my video came out, and it was just to a point where people just need to fucking get over it. This A.J. Brown situation is realistic. It's not fake. It's not like it's third-party rumors. It's real. Things are supposed to happen. Things could happen. They might not happen, but it's real, And it's just people just can't stand the fact that, there's news about A.J. Brown, and I don't know how. I mean, look, it doesn't ruin my day. It is what it is. I've done this. I've been doing this for 10 years where I've seen players come and go, have an emotional impact on players that I want here, don't want to leave. It's just to a point where I'm numb to it at this point. If the Eagles want to make a change, they want to make a trade, they want to get something done, then I guess they get something done. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope A.J. Brown stays in the building. I don't want him to leave. You know what I mean? But that's where we're kind of at. We just hi to everybody in the chat. We got Chris Scott. What's going on, buddy? Eagles fan Clark. We got Stacy Sipple. What's going on? Daniel Sand. What's going on, buddy? 1258. We got that touchdown. What's going on? That touchdown, ref. What's going on? What's going on, buddy? That touchdown, ref says, "What's up, Joey? Let me move this down so I could see more of the chat." Okay. What's up? How are you, brother? I'm so tired of seeing 94 WIP damn near advocating to get AJ out of Philly. He's not going anywhere. It'll cost the team too much financially. Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm kind of at. I mean, I don't know. Then why is the news out on this whole entire situation? This isn't just a rumor. There is some type of tread with this. You know what I mean? It's Rappaport just talked about it today. Apparently, the Patriots obviously are trying to figure something out. There hasn't really been a real offer that has been offered to the Eagles. Apparently now the Chargers are starting to listening in. That's the news today. So when I make these videos and people just think I'm just making shit up, I don't even watch 94 WIP. I'm not even watching them. I'm going over, obviously, some of the reports that are coming out, but I talk about speculated stuff too and everything else. People are so overly emotional over this, like it's going to ruin their year if A.J. Brown's not in the building. Obviously, if he's not going to be in the building, there's going to be a plan B behind it. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna play this. I'm not gonna show it because I don't get copyrighted. So this was the video from Ian Rappaport on NFL Network today. And I have no hold on. I have to add what's it called? Audio output capture. That would probably help a little bit. So let's try that again.
Yeah, Patriots do seem to be the most interested in A.J. Brown right now, which obviously makes sense considering Mike Vrabel's connection to the former young superstar receiver that he had with the Tennessee Titans. And now, obviously, has been with the Eagles for the last several years while Vrabel has moved around a little bit. Head coach of the Patriots, reunited would make a lot of sense. And, yeah, there are some other teams in it. I know the Chargers certainly have had some interest, but all eyes here are on the Patriots and whether or not the Eagles can get the right value for A.J. Brown. He is an excellent receiver. He is due a lot of money. Generally, these types of blockbuster deals can involve the first-round pick, but they don't always. So it's really about whether these two sides can get together and find the right value. It also makes sense financially for the Eagles to trade him after June 1st just based on the cap hit, but the picks would be for this year. There's a lot going on here, Judy. I know the two sides would like to.
So it's not like this shit's fake. Like everyone is acting like this whole entire situation is like, it's like fake news, or like this trade for AJ is fake news. Like the rumors are true that there could be fucking movement. I mean, it's all over the place. So I don't know where people are kind of like, if people say, hey, he's not going to get traded. Okay, I get it. But people say like they're acting like this thing doesn't exist. That's a whole nother fucking issue I have with it. You know what I mean? It's another issue. So that's where I'm kind of at. I mean, it's, you know, it's going to take the farm. It's going to take the farm to charge whatever team is out there. Easier just to keep him on the roster. That's just me. I mean, I don't know what you're getting out of, what, a pick or two? I mean, I don't think $43 million in dead cap, I don't like it. I don't like it. Then you're going to be over $100 million in dead cap. The Eagles are going to be over $100 million, okay? Post-June trade, sure, $7 million for 26, $27 million for 27. You might save a little bit of money, but I mean, I don't know. It's not really that. It's only going to be appealing to me if, like, we get a haul of fucking picks. I mean, really. So it's not bullshit, you know? What's going on, AJ? I'm doing good. Eagles fan from Cali with no social media the past month. What I miss? A whole lot. If you've been out for a month, there's been a lot going on. Sounds like it's about to get crazy. It might. Professor Fiddlesworth. Go all in on defense. Trade AJ and get Crosby. LeBron says, what up, Joey? The Cowboys offer the 12th overall pick and a future second and Osa Ogundazua. I can never say that guy's name. For Maxx Crosby. Is that like legit or is that rumored? Dude, I don't even know. That's a lot, man. I don't even know. I wouldn't even touch this. I wouldn't even touch the fucking Maxx Crosby shit either. I don't like it at all. I really don't. I just don't like what you're going to have to give up for a 28-year-old. If he was like 26, you know, a little bit younger, you know, he's going to miss like 3 games this year, you know. Don't cry, y'all. I think AJ might be gone by Monday. Let me tell you something. If AJ Brown gets traded, I'm going to be like really fucking annoying. Because the amount of people that like didn't even want to listen to this even happening, okay? And I'm not going to be like a dick about it, but realistically, no one thinks like this is real. You know, I can understand people are talking about, hey, you know, the trade isn't going to go down. It's not going to happen, but it's real. Like, the rumors are real. The Patriots and the Eagles have talked already. There hasn't been an actual offer on the table yet. Like, now, you know, DJ Moore goes to the Bills, 2nd round pick. The Bills are pretty much off the board now, went for someone cheaper. And it looks like Howie Roseman's just not budging from his price. And that's perfectly fine with me because I hold A.J. Brown to a high regard. And, you know, that's where I'm kind of at. Unless it came out, I don't know. I haven't been on social media the last like half hour. So, I mean, unless it was a nobody, because I haven't seen that today. And I don't believe everything that's out there either. So if it's like Rappaport, if you see anything that's like actual realistic, I will see. But Daniel Sanson would actually take that trade. KGK, Maxx Crosby is not Myles Garrett. Garrett is worth 2 firsts. It's third at 30 years old. I mean, I think Myles Garrett is a better player, is actually a better pass rusher. Crosby's still very good. I mean, he's the second best pass rusher in the league, like by a landslide. I mean, you know. But we had some news that came out the other day, or today, I should say, on Jalen Carter. Okay. Now, interesting enough, because honestly, I have no idea where this is going to go. So there's a dude out there. His name is Ricky Scoops. I'm not fucking kidding about any of this. Like, we're just gonna spitball it. So Ricky Scoops, okay, he was the guy that has been ahead of Schefter, and I'll show you right now. Okay, this guy Ricky Scoops. Okay, he's got 100,000 followers. He has a lot of. He's been right about a lot of rumors. He was the one that actually put rumors out on Micah Parsons going to the Green Bay Packers. Okay, he got a lot of shit for it. Then it happened. Okay, so if you look at the tweet, right, and you can actually ask if this fucking thing doesn't stop doing this. Hold on. Fuck, where is it? There it is. So if you actually look at it, someone asked Grok, like, are his takes, like, legit? Why is this fucking freezing? Grok says, Ricky Scoops has a strong track record as an anonymous NFL insider. He's beaten Schefter, Rappaport to major scoops on the contracts, trades, and signings multiple times, with articles calling him prescient, I can't even fucking say that word because I'm stupid, and reliable. More hits than misses overall. Like all rumors, this Carter Crosby one included. Wait for official confirmation. Solid source, though. It's just weird. It's like one of those like random dudes online that guesses shit or just knows things behind the scenes and always gets them right. Like I said, like this is something that we could talk about. I don't know how much you really put into it, but a lot of people follow this guy. A lot of people do. Am I a fan of what's the point of trading Jalen Carter for Maxx Crosby? You're defeating the purpose of even making the fucking trade for Maxx Crosby, to have him added to this group at defensive line. Okay, the main reason, remember when Micah Parsons talked about, you know, when the Eagles were trying to trade for me, okay, Jalen Carter apparently was a part of the deal. Okay, he was apparently a part of the deal when, you know, the Eagles called up the Cowboys about Micah Parsons. But there's two different sides to that story. Did the Cowboys ask for Jalen Carter and the Eagles say no? Or did the Eagles put Jalen Carter on the table going into the talks about Micah Parsons? You know what I mean? So those are really two different things. Two different things. So we never really got the scoop on that, or the truth on that. But this Ricky Scoops guy, he's been ahead of the top beat writers of the NFL, or at the top of the reporters of the NFL when it comes to rumors, news, trade rumors, things like that. But if this trade actually went down, it would be the worst move in Howie Roseman's career. Okay, this would put him down to, everybody would hate him after this. I wouldn't be a fan of him doing this. Okay. So that's the scoop that everyone's going to be bitching about tomorrow. And people are going to, I don't really care. People are unsubscribing and they're not, I've seen it already. Like, people are so overly fucking emotional over all this stuff. Oh, you just say stuff. Like, this, like, I'm trying to provide, like, good info on what's going on here. Look, 2.4 million views on this already. You know what I mean? Hold on. Daniel Sand says, I don't like Carter for anything but picks at a player. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, that's pretty much where you have to go with it. You know what I mean? Ron says, Howie better make it known that the Pats, that they got to take care of the finances then, too. They want him bad enough, and Vrabel wants AJ's meat bad enough that they'll do it. Yeah. They're going to have to do a lot more. I don't know when it comes to the contract. I don't know what else that the Patriots could take over. They need to take over a lot. They need to help the Eagles out tremendously. If they want this player that badly, like, I don't get it. I'm seeing all these other players. I mean, even McDuffie when he got traded, I mean, for all those picks. But when it's A.J. Brown, his statistics, what he's done the last few years, I mean, and the Vrabel A.J. Brown connection, and we talked about it the other night. We're like, why are the Eagles even going into this thing? It's like, it seems like it's like a more of a fucking headache at this point. Is AJ Brown pushing this to happen? Like, is he pushing this? Aaron Canning says, no, Parsons was saying that he wanted to play with Carter, only deal to come to the Eagles. Yeah, I mean, look, there's, like I said, we don't really have the facts to that, whether it was Carter was already involved in the trade for Micah Parsons, or because the Cowboys were looking for a defensive tackle. That's what they want to shop Parsons for big draft compensation, and they wanted DT. So, and yes, he did say he wanted to play with Carter as well. So that could be it as well. First, Davis wants the extension, but Carter didn't. What do you mean? Carter's going to get the extension. I'm not worried about that. And they have to extend Jordan Davis. They got to say they haven't freed up any cap space yet. They freed up nothing. They haven't released Michael Carter for $8-9 million, and they haven't extended Jalen Carter for $12.5 million yet. So, you know what I mean? Yo, King, what's up, buddy? Say, wait, Jalen Carter up for trade? There's stupid shit going on with it. There's like rumors of stupid stuff going on with it right now, but I don't think it's going to come of anything. So, but I'm still going to talk about it. You know what I mean? I'm still going to mention it and talk about it because it's all over the place now. So, Daniel said, so we are not keeping A.J. Brown. Yeah, even Mike Garofalo said that this trade, Even Mike Garofalo said that this trade is pretty much going to be, what's it called? He said that a deal's probably going to get done by Monday. He said it today. I mean, I'm going off of what's been said on video from some of these sources. Like, I mean, I'm not taking this out of my ass and fucking, you know what I mean? Here's another one. My thing turned down again?
Howie said no.
Hold on. Is that it? No, where's the other one? Oh, here it is. Hold on. I'm doing this shit for everybody because everybody thinks like we're fucking making shit up like just to fucking get videos out. Like this is shit that's out. It's all out. It's out in the open. Like I don't know what people are doing. Like I'm very realistic. I'm very fucking realistic with everything that goes on. Like
it's got to happen.
Yeah.
And it's got to happen.
Oh, hold on.
Sports One colleague.
What is your final answer?
R.I.P. Regis, my former Fox Sports One colleague. I think he gets moved.
Yeah.
I think he gets moved. and it's got to happen. Today's Friday. It's got to happen in the next 2 days. So
There it is.
buckle up today, Ant. Let's see.
Final-
I mean, no, who's making this stuff? I ain't making this up. I mean, it's all right here. It's all right here. No, Trey Hendrickson, hell no. I'd stay the fuck away from that. I would never trade for Trey. Never sign Trey Hendrickson. I'm not signing a 32-year-old edge rusher. That's just insane. No. I'll sign a 28, 29-year-old. I ain't signing no 32-year-old edge rusher for multiple years. That's definitely not happening. Sorry, I'll get the super chat in a second. I got to go through. Kings with the super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. First of the night. Says, I hope not because we need him. He's a tank. Well, yeah, I know. I mean, it's very slim. It's very, very slim. Very slim that it's going to happen. I mean, I'll hate Howie Roseman forever if he makes a trade like that. I mean, you're going to fucking trade away a strength for another strength that you just now make a weakness to a position. Jordan Davis and Moro Ojomo as your starting DTs. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not Jalen Carter worthy. No, it's not. No one's on Jalen Carter's level. Not even close. Not even close. You know, not even worth it. Let's see. Chris says AJ's people said he wants to play with a better QB. That's from Albert Breer. I heard that one too. But nobody wants to listen to it though. That's what I heard. And you're right on that. I saw that this morning. Totally forgot about that. Is it true? I mean, I don't even know. See. Oh, Goddard? I don't know what's going on with Goddard. I know they're trying to get the right number for Goddard right now. Apparently he's walking. Apparently he's fucking walking. That's the Kobe Dean's walking. I think they're going to sign Reed back. It sounds like Reed's going to get re-signed. I haven't heard anything on Reed, but I've heard more on the Kobe than Reed. I feel like the much quieter players that aren't being talked about are the ones that are coming back. I haven't heard anything on Jalen Phillips. Like, I haven't heard legit news on the Eagles trying to sign Jalen Phillips back, so that's actually a good... The more quiet it is towards a player, the better it's going to be. Jalen Phillips, they're going to put an offer on the table. Like, this Maxx Crosby... So here's another thing. Here's the other Maxx Crosby shit. Like, teams, apparently the Cowboys are back in. The Ravens are a new team that's back in it, too, as well. This was more news on the Maxx Crosby situation, okay? The Raiders have received multiple legitimate and strong offers on Maxx Crosby, and it's understanding those teams are waiting to hear back from Vegas to initiate further back and forth. One of the teams involved told me that they plan to pivot to the free agent market by Monday if there's no clarity. Okay, wouldn't be shocked if that was Howie Roseman. Okay, wouldn't even be shocked because once free agency starts, remember when Chauncey in 23 was going to sign with the Eagles and he waited all these teams out when he wanted to get paid as a safety than a corner or whatever the hell it was. And then the Eagles kind of moved on and they went and signed. Like, the Eagles have to go out and do things, like, especially for something like this for Maxx Crosby. Like, these teams need an answer. And if they don't, and they keep holding these teams up, like, Max might not even go anywhere because no team's going to stay patient. You can't go 2-3 days in the free agency and Max is, the Raiders can't make up their mind up on what they want to trade him for. You know what I mean? So that's the situation that we're kind of in right now. Hold on. King of Kings member for 36 months, dude. That's awesome. Thank you for the support. He says, who starred the Rubers? Good sources. It's a weird source. That's why the weird source for Crosby is going to be the Jalen Carter stuff is weird. Okay, it's from a dude that guessed a lot of the trades. That's been ahead of Schefter, ahead of Rappaport. He has a big following, got a lot of inside sources apparently. I literally just showed it. I literally just showed it like 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. And that's why all the rumors are coming out on a Jalen Carter trade for Maxx Crosby. Makes no sense to me at all. So people are going to hate it, but it is what it is. Lucas says, Daniel saying we might trade Jalen Carter away. Hell no. Chubb would be Chubb would be fine. I think he would be a little bit cheaper, which is good. I mean, 29 years old, 8.5 sacks. I mean, I think he would be great. I think you still got to sign another edge rusher, though, because they only have 2 signed already. I mean, Graham might come back. I still think they need another one. Maybe they draft one in the mid-rounds. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So, yeah, I saw Rashawn Gary. I saw that Rashawn Gary got released, and then I don't know if that was even true because I seen that apparently I thought somebody said his account got hacked or something. I don't know. Is the Rashawn Gary release true? Because Micah Parsons is going to cost a lot of money now, so they have to get rid of him now. You know? Dan said, I want Nakobe back, but teams will pay good money. Oh, yeah. No, they're going to overpay him. They're going to pay him $13 to $15 million. Not even worth it. Not even worth it. He's leaving. He's gone. Nakobe Dean's gone. He's going to get way overpaid. Way overpaid for someone that's hurt every fucking year and is never healthy. So he can go. Jahad Campbell is going to be the man. I want Jahad Campbell to play. We can't waste Jahad Campbell for another year. And that's how the Eagles are thinking of it. And on top of everything else, you're going to have an extra 3rd-round pick for 27 because he's a comp pick. He's a 3rd-round comp pick. So, Patrick says, do you think it's because of Jalen or is it because of Nick? I have no idea. Those are the answers I don't know. Because there has been no news on, like, from A.J. Brown's camp on, well, apparently what Chris said earlier, because I did see that from Albert Breer, that he wants to play for a better quarterback. I don't even know if that's true. I mean, Drake May ain't doing shit. Drake May's got a harder schedule this year, and we'll see what happens, what he does, and how he proves himself. You know what I mean? King says, oh, wow, a member is actually 3-year. Dude, that's awesome. Hey, dude, I appreciate the support, man. I really do. It means a whole lot. What do you say? I hope you're wrong, Joey, because Goddard is talented and it would help our cap if we resigned him. It would not. It would help the dead cap because if he signs because there's a post-June void year, or I think there's a post-June void year for this year. So there is a void year added, even though he's off contract. So if Goddard signs with another team, that's going to be $20 million in dead cap. So I think the Eagles are trying to bring him back. I think the Eagles are trying to really bring him back. So, I mean, you know, I would love to pair Goddard up with another tight end. You know, Sadiq is going to be a long shot. I mean, Claire would be great. I mean, Michael Triggs on day 2 would be awesome for Baylor. There's some good tight ends out there. Some good tight ends. I think the Eagles that can get somebody that can, if they could sign Goddard, have somebody with him for a year, learn from Goddard, double tight end sets, get them involved in the offense. And Sean Mannion's offense, yeah, some good things could happen there, you know. Mark says, so he's gonna throw his childhood godfather under the bus, people, if he said that he is a piece of shit for it. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Albert Breer said that news is actually true. What Chris Scott said earlier, Albert Breer said from AJ Brown's camp. Okay, from AJ Brown's camp, he wants to play with a better quarterback. That's what I heard, man. That's what I fucking heard. I saw that this morning. You know what? I'm going to try to look for that shit right now. I know I saw it this morning because I definitely seen that shit this morning. Let me see. Albert Breer, AJ Brown. Let me see if I can. Oops. See, like, this is the news we got last year. Sorry, in 24. On 24, this was the news we got in April of 24. That the Eagles were turning down every rumor and they're not trading A.J. Brown. Like, that was real news. Like, if the Eagles shut down A.J. Brown from getting traded, trust me, that would have been already reported. I'm trying to find... I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. If somebody has it saved, somebody tag me. Because I can't find it. It's not bullshit, because I know that was reported. I know that was definitely reported. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to get through this chat too. Alfredo said, this is a wild offseason, Joey. Ready for it to be over. It's a nightmare. It is. It completely is. There's a lot of question marks right now. Daniel Sands says, N'Kobe is so good now, he just can't stay healthy. I know. If he was healthy for 4 years, if he was healthy for the last, his whole rookie contract, or maybe he had one injury for, but it's every year, man. It's every freaking year, One big sheet is speculation is at an all-time high right now. It is. I mean, look, you gotta talk about it. I mean, it's all getting reported. I just talked to Philly 500 today. I was like, how are you? It's like, I literally asked Philly 500, like, how are, like, the people that, like, support you, like, how are they feeling about, like, the AJ news that you're reporting? They're like, he's like, they really don't like it. There's some people that they just can't talk about it. And the emotions are just really high, and I totally agree with that. It's, yeah. Carter for Crosby is a fucking crime. Keep the fucking picks and try some other shit for someone else, whether it be in the draft or a different trade signing free agency. Yeah, and I mean, I don't care what that certain guy has predicted when it comes to trades and being ahead of Schefter and Rappaport. This guy, it's such a long shot. I can't even imagine if we see Carter gets traded for a fucking older edge rusher. I can't even imagine that. Can't even imagine that. Dan Cilio reported on his show Xander flipped on Brown. What do you mean Xander flipped on Brown? Like, flipped as in, like, he wants to trade him now? Yo, what's going on, Sue? What's going on, buddy? Honestly, I don't give a fuck what other... honestly, I really don't even care. Like, these other Philadelphia reporters know as much as fucking I do, probably. These other guys don't know shit what's going on. No one knows shit. We all don't. I don't either. I'm only reading and seeing, like, and I'm not fucking reading shit from Joe Blow on fucking X, but I'm seeing what's circulating and what's going on, All right, Mike, what's going on? So, Joey, what's up? What's going on? So much hype and news with us. Does it seem like there's a little bit more smoke this year, or just smoke and beer? It's a lot of smoke. A lot of smoke, but there are some nitbits of stuff to grab that, if this thing was shut down with A.J. Brown and they weren't even dealing him, I think it would have been reported already that it's not happening. You know what I mean? Michael, let me answer. I just asked Google. It says that AJ or no one ever said that he wants to play with a better QB. Yeah, Albert Breer said that shit today. Then he must have lied. Then I mean, I don't get why these guys are fucking. I mean, yeah, I guess when it comes to the Eagles and rallying up Eagles fans, you get a lot of viewership. I mean, I guess that's what these fucking guys do. I don't know. That's just how it is. I saw Diana Rossini put some shit out today. I'm not even wasting my fucking time with that. She's the first one up when it comes to A.J. Brown every time something comes out. Bryce Blackwell with the super chat. What's going on, buddy? He says, feels like the media is trying to blow the team up. Shaking my head. Yeah, I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. All right, Mike, if the price is right, they will be traded, but cap implications of the future are a factor as well, and how he would trust. Yeah, I don't want to take on $43 million in dead cap. I really don't. Post-June trade. So let's say A.J. Brown doesn't get traded. If we don't get a report that the Eagles are not trading A.J. Brown anymore, he could be traded during draft day. I don't even want that to happen either. Like, just imagine we don't even get any news. Like, just say, like, this thing lingers. Like, why wouldn't the Eagles want to put out a report and totally squash this thing so it's over and done with and no one's thinking about it anymore? But nobody is squashing it. It's still going on right now. There hasn't been one offer made yet. One offer hasn't even been made. You know? Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, as Derek says, it's all for clicks. These media people on X are just as the dark as we are. Yeah, I mean, I don't. The only thing I do on X is literally just look at news. The only thing I do on X realistically is I put up like segments to my videos on there, like a day old videos on like segments. That's all I do. I don't go out there report blah blah blah. I don't fucking do all that bullshit just to rile up people. You know. I don't got time to do that shit and put out 8,000 fucking posts a day like everyone else does. As we said, what's the latest on Maxx? Nothing. That teams are going to be backing out. Teams are going to be by Monday. The Raiders have to be set with what they want, and some teams are starting to pivot now away from Maxx Crosby because this is taking so long. And that's one of the biggest problems right now. Nick Wright was raging at the Eagles for not trading. Dude, here's the thing. Like, you guys can watch whoever you want to watch, but the last show I would ever watch is Nick Wright. Like, who watches Nick Wright on a regular fucking basis? If you do, hey, you're probably going to get mad every single day and be lied to every single day like everybody else. But Dallas Cowboys are going to rule the world next year. Okay, buddy. Rule the world? What are you? What is this? Fucking superhero? Michael Meehan says, Shakes, you have to understand people hate Philly and our owner because he doesn't put up with people's shit or take their shit. So they're all just like Howard Eskin, and New England offered us a first and a third. Yeah, I heard a first. First, the news came out today that there was no offers been sent to the Eagles for A.J. Brown, that there's no offer. Then I heard a first and a third was offered, and it got rejected. So there's news all over the place on different things. So I don't know if anything was actually offered yet. As it says, what are we going to do at safety? I mean, so far, it's been very quiet on the Reed Blankenship front. I have a feeling that he's going to resign. I don't know what the number is going to be, but if it's quiet about a specific player, like right now, it's quiet on Jalen Phillips, which is good news. It's quiet on Reed Blankenship, which is good news. It hasn't been quiet with Goddard, and it hasn't been quiet with Nakobe Dean. And those two potentially, even though they're trying to work something out with Goddard, potentially those two are gone. Nick wrong. Joke. Cowboys offered, let's say the Osa, the 12th overall pick at this year's. Yeah, someone said that in the chat earlier. Go right ahead and trade for him. I do not care if Dallas gets him. It does not matter to me. Does not. If AJ gets moved, when do you think it happens? It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen Monday, like ASAP. As soon as everything starts. Soon as everything starts. It's gotta happen Monday morning. Monday at 11 or whatever. When is legal tampering is Monday. I forgot what time it starts, but it's early. So everything should be done by Monday. This trade should be done by Monday. You can't wait till Monday to restart the process of negotiating. Like, this should be done. Okay, usually like this weekend, you see all these trades going down. All these trades are going down, but they're not final yet. They're not technically final until Monday at the specific time when the tampering begins and the deals get finalized. I don't know if the Eagles want to sign Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Okay, they had every opportunity to sign him last year. Okay, when he got traded, then he went to the Texans, went to the Ravens, went to the Bears. They had every opportunity. There was like a time where he was off for like a complete month. They could have brought him back. They never did. Whatever's going on with between CJ and the Eagles, like the Eagles just don't want to be around it anymore. Big Puggy says Kuba's got to come back strong. He's got to stay away from Sidney Brown. Well, that's fucking true. So, yeah, because that's what happened. The Dallas Cowboys game, we were down when we were up 21-0. The Eagles had to keep the defense out, and that's when Makuba broke his fibula because Sidney Brown ran into him. Margaret Spike said if he gets traded, it's not going to be before the draft or June 1st, or they wouldn't have been traded him. All these people saying that they're going to get Brown. What's the holdup? The holdup apparently right now is compensation. The Eagles want a Micah Parsons type trade package or similar to it. That's what they want. They want something in that regard of that type of trade. So, 12 o'clock Monday. Thank you, Michael. I forgot what time it was. Contracts are done. Well, contracts aren't finalized. They're on paper. They're done, but they're not officially done. Just because like you see a team trade with another team, I mean, 9 out of 10 times the trade isn't going to be backed out. You've seen players back out of free agent signings over the years. You've seen it happen. It's happened before, especially with free agent signings. So the trades are good, though. The trades are good, though. So I don't know if this is just for free agents or the new league year starts at 12 o'clock on Monday. So I think the trades become final on Monday. Chris, if AJ gets traded, it'll be a post-June 1st designation. Still. The fuck, man. I don't know. I hope we don't move him. I really hope we don't. I mean, if we do, it is what it is. Like, they better have a fucking backup plan. Whether you go sign Mike Evans, like nobody, if you're going to you're not going to replace AJ Brown in the draft. You ain't doing it. It's not going to happen. I don't care if you get the best receiver of the fucking, you ain't replacing that shit. You ain't replacing that with a Shaheed. You ain't replacing that with a Romeo Dobbs. You ain't replacing that. Mike Evans is the closest thing. If you sign Mike Evans for like a 2-year deal, $13 million a year, something like that, like I could deal with that. Mike Evans will definitely be an instant replacement. But he missed 9 games last year, had a couple injuries last year. And because the passing game coordinator and what's his face is here, I keep forgetting. Grizzard is here as the passing game coordinator. Knows how to use the wide receiver. Knows the wide receiver concepts. You know. Pastor says Mike Garofalo says keep an eye on the next 2 days, and he feels that AJ is going to get traded. Yeah, he said it. I just played the audio to the video a few minutes ago. He thinks he's going to get moved. And Rappaport was talking about it today. The Eagles aren't getting the right compensation. And now apparently the Rams are kind of listening in now. The Rams apparently have, the Chargers, not the Rams. The Chargers have some interest in A.J. Brown as well. But he said it's literally between the Eagles and the Patriots. That's how it's very serious between both of those teams. So Michael Meehan says, hey, Joey, I think AJ won't be traded until the trade deadline, so we could get a high pick for 27 draft, and we could package picks for the wide receiver from Ohio State. Okay, so if the Eagles are having a really good year this year with AJ Brown, you're going to trade him at the trade deadline? No. That's not happening. That will never happen. Unless the Eagles are not in playoff contention, they ain't trading AJ Brown at the trade deadline. That would be fucked up if they did that. The Ravens want Brown? I don't think so. I wish they did, honestly, because, bro, I'd be adding in a player in that trade. I'd be adding in a second for this year, a first for next year, and probably Nate Wiggins. I'd put Nate Wiggins in there. Nate Wiggins got 3 years left on his rookie deal. I'm telling you, that Nate Wiggins coming to Philadelphia not only is cheap for 3 more years, would secure the Eagles at CB2. It would fill in a position immediately. Or I would take their 14th overall pick, honestly. I would take it or do a pick swap. But to be honest with you, if they give us the player, I'll do a pick swap. If they don't give us a player, I want their 14th overall. It probably won't happen, but that's where I would go with it. That's where I would go. We'll take 2 firsts and seconds, and like another second round pick. 2 firsts and 2 seconds. Yeah, that won't happen. Jackson may be traded. Because if Ravens want Brown, give the Eagles first and a second and Wiggins. Yeah, I mean, I would do that in a heartbeat. Because Wiggins is you can't pass up on him. He is more than capable at CB2. You fucking keep him for 3 years and you let him go and let him go get paid after 3 years. I mean, 3 years is a perfect window for a corner to come right in across from Quinyon Mitchell. You don't got to pay him nothing. You know what I mean? Cooper, the problem is you can't sign anybody else at corner right now. You can't sign anybody else. Anybody else is going to be too expensive. If the Eagles weren't going to pay Isaiah Rodgers $5.5 million last year, I mean, they're not paying a Denzel Ward. They're not paying the kid from Seattle. They're not paying with guys that are going to get mid-tier contracts. There's that corner from Jacksonville that's available, and he's pretty good. They can't pay him. They're not going to put that much money. They're not paying a third cornerback that much money, a mid-tier-ish type contract. You got to pay Quinyon. You got to pay DeJean soon. DeJean is coming up real fast. You know what I mean? If you really look at it, I mean, let's see. If you go instead of going into the draft, you go trade for Nate Wiggins. If you could do that, even if trading for Nate Wiggins without the AJ Brown stuff, you could try to trade for him. I'd give away a second round pick for Nate Wiggins right now. Fucking why not? Why not? You know what I mean? You're not going to get Caleb Downs. You ain't getting you're not getting Avion Terrell. I mean, you might have a chance at Terrell maybe, but you're not going to go in the first round and get a cornerback. I don't even think they're going to do that. They're not going to pay a first round. They're not going to draft a first round talent at corner. I don't think that's going to happen. What about the 2 corners from Tennessee? Colton Hood, maybe? I mean, someone could get to this. If someone could drop to the second day, then yeah, maybe you can get one of those guys. What if Jair Alexander plays this season? No. I think the Eagles still own his rights. I'm not sure. Our defense was not the issue last year. Well, no, but you still you got to sign people. I mean, there's nothing. You got to add to the group. I mean, you got free agents now. I mean, you got to start locking up guys on the defense now. Nah, they ain't getting rid of Lad McConkey. That's definitely not going to happen. Or use this. Are you okay? Are you okay with trading JC? No. If they trade JC, I'm going to be pissed. They trade AJ Brown, I'm just going to be like, okay. Like I won't even really be that mad about it, honestly, because I'm kind of like, I'm kind of just over it. Like, I just want him to either be here. I'd rather him be here. But if he goes, like, the Eagles better have a backup plan. They better have a backup plan. SSJR92 said, I believe we're going to sign a cheap young corner on a prove-it deal. I kind of don't want to waste a pick on a corner. Well, it's not wasting, dude. Like, the last time the Eagles went and got a cheap corner, like, he didn't play that fucking well. Like, you want to Band-Aid the position, or you want to get somebody that at least is an upgrade to Adoree? You better find an upgrade to Adoree Jackson. I'm not trying to Band-Aid the CB2 spot again. Where every time he lines up, every time he lines up against a good player, he's going to lose 9 out of 10 times on the matchup. That's what I don't want. Now, Adoree Jackson played well later in the season because the Eagles beefed up their defensive line. Nolan Smith came back. Campbell had some snaps at edge rusher whenever they gave him snaps. But when they traded for Jalen Phillips, obviously that was the big difference maker. As I would trade Nolan Smith in a third for Marvin Harrison Jr. if Brown's gone. Yeah, but that's not gonna. Marvin Harrison Jr. is not gonna replace AJ Brown. It's like, I get it. Like, there's not a lot of players like that, like AJ Brown, like esque. Like, Mike Evans is the closest to it. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to keep Mike Evans for a couple years and draft one of the top receivers in 27. You could do that. You know what I mean? That kid could probably be in 27. That kid could probably be the number 3. I would sign a wide receiver 3 on a fucking cheap, like, short-term deal, something like that. I mean, that's where I'm kind of at with it. Here. What's going on, Eagles fan? Clark, what's going on, buddy? Chris, I'd give them AJ Brown our second for 14 and their second and K. Well, what's K Hamilton's contract? What's his contract look like? Kyle Hamilton. Checking right now. Kyle Hamilton. Oh, he signed a new deal. So he signed a new deal already, right? Yeah, I don't know if probably not. I don't think it's going to be Kyle Hamilton. I think he just signed a new deal. Yeah, he did. He's on contract until 2030. I don't think you're going to be able to work that one out. Nate Wiggins, I think, would be perfect. I'm checking again. Nate Wiggins is still on his rookie deal. His cap numbers for 26. Oh no, sorry, that's 2. So that's 2 years. You can have him for 2 years. 3.4 million in 26, 4 million in 27. And if you want, you can extend him another year. You can make it a 3. They can extend him if they want. and even less than the cap number, even more if that's what they want to do. You know what I mean? Eagles fan Clark, member for 32 months of the Midnight Birds. Thank you so much, man. He says, AJ ain't going anywhere. No team is going to pay what we want. Besides, the dead cap number is far, far too high. Trey Hendrickson, Maxx Crosby? No. No, I mean, I don't think, from what it looks like, there's too much of a standoff right now. Like, it was quiet all day today. And if Rappaport is coming out saying that the Eagles are looking for that compensation and they're still not getting it, Howie Roseman is not going to budge. He's not going to budge right now. So it might not go anywhere, and that's perfectly fine with me. Keeping AJ in the building is the best thing possible for this year. But Hendrickson, pass. Crosby, sure, but what do they want? You know what I mean? It's 2 first-round picks. It's a first and a second. It's 2 seconds. I don't know what they want. You know? Seems like the Raiders aren't really budging either. It seems like the Raiders are not budging as well. So, I don't know. Michael Meehan said, I want the wide receiver return guy from Seattle. Yeah, I wouldn't mind him either. If AJ could stay and they could put Shaheed as the number 3 wide receiver, that's a guy that can go in motion, can really do some mismatches. He's twitchy. He can play in the slot. He can play outside. I mean, it's great. I mean, it would be a great mismatch to have him on the field. They need more speed for this offense. They keep AJ Brown. They got to add a speed demon. They got to add a speed demon at wide receiver 3. So, you know what I mean? Big Ed says, no way I'm trading Carter for Crosby, but I would definitely trade Carter for a haul. No problem. Our defense played better with Ojomo and Davis. Nah, bro. Yeah, you got away with it. But you have good linebackers too. You got good linebackers. You know what I mean? Linebackers had a lot to do with the season as well. I don't think Bond had the same successful year he had in 24, but he was still solid in 25. But no, I'm not trading Jalen Carter. It's very rare that you trade a player like that. Yeah, and I think on top of everything else, Carter was dealing with a shoulder thing going on last year, which he finally cleaned that up. And look what he did in the fucking wild card game when he was fully healthy. He was fine. He wasn't hurt. I mean, he had a shoulder thing. He had to get his shoulders cleaned out. It is what it is. Players need that type of, players kind of need that every, so after a couple of years of playing, sometimes that happens. And you know what I mean? He was dealing with that since the offseason program. You know? So Shay, let's go. Let AJ go play with May, and I'm so sick of him crying on Vrabel's nuts. Real QB guys like Greg Ward, love Jalen Hurts. Let this alligator arms cry baby go. See, I respect your opinion. Okay, I get it. Players, there's a lot of people here don't want him to go. I don't want him to go. Some people want him to go, and that's fine. You know what I mean? But if the Eagles don't get the right compensation, I don't know from Brown's camp what's being said. Like, what's being said from A.J. Brown? What is he telling his agent right now? How does he feel about... I mean, if A.J. wanted to stay, why are the Eagles pushing this? Are the Eagles pushing it, or is A.J. pushing this thing to go down? That's what I don't like about it. I mean, AJ is still going to push this thing regardless. The Eagles are going to take on dead cap, whether it's post-June, whether it's pre-June. It doesn't matter. Who is pushing the narrative here besides the media? Somebody is pushing this because the news is real that AJ is going to get traded, or that they're trying to find something for AJ right now. You know what I mean? Hold on, I gotta redo this chat again. Sometimes this thing crashes on me. I don't know why it crashes, but it does. Let me do that again. All right, we should be good now. Here. See, What's up, Chris? Says, I don't want AJ to torpedo the season if he's unhappy. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if AJ doesn't get what he wants? We go into the season. There's a game out there that he doesn't have a reception. The Eagles are up 40-0. AJ doesn't have a good game. Doesn't have one catch in that game. What happens? Does he go to the post press conference and he looks miserable? Is this shit going to happen all over again? I hope not. That's the only thing I'm worried about. It's the only thing I'm worried about. I think AJ and Nick are good as of right now, but as the season starts and when the offense starts producing, like if it doesn't go AJ's way for one fucking game, are we going to deal with this issue again? You know? Chris says, that's why I bring my point up. If Howie didn't trade Carter for Parsons and Howie isn't trading Carter for Crosby. No, I mean, I think there's somewhat of a phone call that's been made. I mean, I think the phone call was made, and I think maybe they've called a couple times, but I think that's really as far as it goes. I mean, I don't know what the Raiders want for a 28-year-old edge rusher that's immediate impact, like to give up picks and then, being here. How long is he going to be here for? 2 years, 3 years? He could probably play for a solid 3 more years, probably, but the more you hear about the Eagles connected to a certain player, the more that I feel like it's not going in that direction. So Jalen Phillips news has been quiet. Okay. Reed Blankenship news has been quiet. If those two things, if that news is quiet, I would have to suspect that they have interest in bringing both of those players back. Nakobe Dean is 100% gone. Okay. We know this. Like, he's going to get overpaid. Whether it's like $12 to $15 million a year, the Eagles are not paying that. And hopefully they don't overpay to Reed so much either. Like, Reed should get paid like $8 to like $9.5 million a year. He's a 2 interception per year type safety. He's a system safety. He's not Ed Reed. Okay. He's not great. He's not bad. He's solid for Vic Fangio. And obviously the chemistry what he has with DeJean and the rest of the team. And he's a captain for this team as well. So bringing him back is big for this team, for the scheme at least. I think Shaheed's a free agent, right? I think Shaheed is. Lord Vaughn says, don't want him to go, but he cries too much. A lot of talented receivers out there who won't cause problems that proceed to drop multiple balls in the playoffs. Yeah, I get it. I mean, that was like the perfect ending to a horrible fucking season. Like, the way that game went down, like, Nick went back to his old ways of, as he has been doing, sitting on a fucking 3-point lead in the playoffs as usual. The Eagles offense has to do more. The defense has to save the offense as usual. And 3 catches. I mean, 3 passes, 3 balls that go A.J. Brown's way. 2 of them, it looks like he didn't even try to even catch the fucking ball. And then he had that wide open fucking slant pass middle of the field and dropped it. And then, Nick gets in his face. It's just the cherry on top to that shit, the cherry on top to it all. Why is the Davis contract done yet? I don't know. It's going to get done soon. It's going to have to get done soon. Like, Michael Carter's got to get cut because he's making too much fucking money as a backup. He's coming off of that big extension he got with the New York Jets. They got to cut him for $8-9 million. They got to cut him. Jordan Davis frees up $12.5 million. I don't know what other move they're going to make. I mean, they can cut Steen for like 3.4, 4.3, something like that, which I don't think they're going to do. There's really nothing else. They haven't extended this quarterback yet. I don't know when they're going to do that. If you have a good solid 3 more years with Jalen Hurts, probably. I mean, maybe it happens next year. Maybe it happens this year. They could free up like $15 to $20 million with an extension for Jalen Hurts. So I guess we'll see. 125 says, hey, y'all, we won the Super Bowl almost 13 months ago. AJ should shut up and perform. He shouldn't be a diva. He's paid $32 million per year and is a Super Bowl champ. Yeah. Chris says, hopefully Jalen can restructure. I'm hoping that could happen. I'm hoping so. Guys, the reason why I think no team wants to give up a first-round pick and more is because the way AJ acted throughout the year. No, I don't know if that's the main case. I mean, I don't think so, because if Vrabel has this much, I mean, I don't know how the fuck the Patriots are not tampering at this point between the combine with Vrabel literally talking about AJ. I mean, openly just talking about a player like that. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know if that's the main problem, honestly. I don't think that's the main problem. I think it comes down to the compensation. I don't think it has anything to do with the personality of AJ Brown or anything like that. It's coming down to the Eagles are not getting enough for AJ Brown. Whatever has been offered, if there has been an offer, you know? I'm shocked we still have fans backing him after what we saw on the field against the Niners. He quit on us and we have people still riding for him. And look, I'm fine with if people are still riding for AJ Brown, I have no issue with it. Like, AJ Brown was right about a lot of things. We kind of question him on how he carried himself. I didn't like some of the things that he did. It is what it is, but he said a lot of stuff where nobody else would. Okay, well, who said it? Mulata or Lane Johnson was pretty much like, oh, ask everybody else in the room. Everyone else would probably agree with me on how the offense is playing. But the cryptic messages on social media, trolling back at the media when you're outside of football, I don't like that. There's just certain things I can't stand. Like, he complains when he becomes the victim. He goes out there and trolls the media. Then he comes back and he gets, you know what I mean? And then he gets a lot of shit. But I'm kind of just wanting, I honestly don't even care if he gets traded. I don't even care. I just want it to either happen or not happen. That's it. If they're going to get rid of him, they got to have a backup plan. Like, they got to have a backup plan. Narrative for Jordan said, I trust in Howie. Whatever happens with AJ, it's a smart move. The Patriots have been connected to AJ for like a year. Yeah, really since last year. I mean, the early last year. Chris said, I'd trade him to the Browns for a 5 out of spite. No, out of spite is one thing, but the Eagles, we can't trade a player like that and get nothing for it. Like, I'm glad that this GM is not going to get fleeced. And I'm glad that he's not just giving him up for like a 3rd round pick and calling it a day, because that would piss me the fuck off. So, I'll tell you what, Pats, I'll take a 1st, 2nd, and Milton Williams back. Yeah, not on that contract. So I have a hard time believing how he turned down a 1st and a 3rd. Feel like that was never offered. Yeah, there might not have been anything offered. Okay. Somebody's lying here, because Josina Anderson said a 1st and a 3rd was offered and it was rejected. So that's bullshit. Then Rappaport goes on NFL Network and pretty much says that he's waiting for the right compensation. There has been no offer at all. He's waiting for the right compensation. We don't know if there's been an offer. It hasn't been reported if there has been an offer that has been rejected by the Eagles. You know what I mean? Narrative says a 1st and a 3rd, but it depends who the team is. A late 1st rounder isn't getting us a star unless they move up. If AJ is here or not, they just need to fill his spot. Yeah. There's nothing in free agency besides Mike Evans. There's nobody else in free agency that's going to replace AJ Brown's at least statistics, at least the type of player, you're not going to get that from anybody else. Unless the Eagles are going into this season so creative that we are wowed by this play calling that it doesn't matter who we have across from Devontae Smith. But they still need a wide receiver 3 as well. 2 fucking holes right there. You know what I mean? You can't be down 2 fucking receivers going into, you make this trade by Monday, and it's like, okay, We got Rocky with the super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. Says, Jalen Carter being included in a Crosby trade would be so dumb, just defeats the whole purpose of the trade. Yes, it does. So this idiot, this guy that apparently and I put this in my video for tomorrow, and I explain everything pretty much in pretty good detail of why this is being said and from who and who this guy is. Okay, it's not a confirmation that this is going to happen. This is like either a guess or he knows somebody on the inside. I can't think that you're going to give up a strength for another strength, which now creates a weakness. I mean, you did nothing. Carter Crosby trade means nothing. You literally did nothing. You need Carter playing this year. You need Carter on a long-term contract. So somebody just said Ravens got Crosby. The Cowboys and Ravens were apparently involved. Is this true? Yep. 26. They wanted 2 first-round picks. Fuck that. Fuck that. Well, it happened. It happened. There it is. As of 9:20 p.m., 2 first-round picks with that fucking quarterback. That quarterback's getting Lamar Jackson's getting a long-term extension. Biggest playoff fucking choker. That team just went. What a fucking joke that is. Wow. What a joke. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God it's over. Wow. Raiders agreed to trade 5-time Pro Bowl defenseman Maxx Crosby to the Baltimore Ravens in exchange for 26 and 27 first-round picks. The trade cannot be processed. See, I told you guys, the trade cannot be processed until next week, but it is in place, and Crosby is expected to be a Raven. 2 1s back to... Wow, the Ravens are fucking dumb. What a dumb organization. What a stupid organization. What a freaking joke. What a joke. Hold on, I'm just changing my title real quick. Wow. Wow, there it is. So thank God that's over with. Thank God that's done. Okay, now we can breathe. I mean, we knew we're just happy that this did. I mean, I would not give up. I mean, seriously, like I would never give up 2 first-round picks for him. There's no fucking way. That the Ravens ain't going nowhere. They have had a top 5 defense the last few years. I mean, last year they were hurt, but before, I mean, they've relatively been a top 5 defense every fucking year the last few years. I mean, what the fuck, dude? What is that? That's insane, bro. That's insane. I figured they may have went down maybe 1 first and maybe like a second. I don't know. 2 first rounders. I mean, I guess they were very serious about what they wanted, and I don't blame them. I mean, they're rebuilding. They got a lot of draft cap. They got a lot of draft capital. They got a lot of cap space. They just shit. Wow. Holy fuck. That's insane. Bye-bye. See you later. Don't need that shit at all. Two first-round picks to the fucking Ravens. Unreal. The debt tree with the super chat. Now we need to see Phillips back. Yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. That's going to be the plan. Yeah, Chris said all those moves to flame out in the playoffs. 100%, bro. Oh, literally, like, yeah, that's not good. That's really not good. I can't even imagine giving that up. I mean, I can't even. Of all teams out there, the Ravens are giving that up that easily. Like, that fucking team can't even sniff an NFC championship game. They can't even sniff a fucking championship game. They wasted that. They completely wasted that. Ravens are so dumb. Imagine if the Raiders become competent. Yeah. Eagles on says, what a way for Minter to start a career. Yeah, that's not. I mean, you're the fucking head coach, brand new fucking head coach, and that's the move that you make. I mean, let's be real here. Minter is inheriting a fucking roster right now. He hasn't done shit yet. What has Minter done with the Ravens? Nothing. He's a brand new coach. He's already got a roster already set there right now. He's already got a roster that's already set right now. Not a good trade. Not a good trade at all. Really, really bad. I don't know. Jay said, "Wow, Raiders will have a lot of good picks. 2 first this year and next year and 2 seconds this year. They got nobody. I mean, they got literally nobody. Who cares what the Raiders do? They got nobody. They ain't competing for another fucking 4 to 5 years if they don't fuck it up. If they don't fuck this rebuild up for the 12th time, you know what I mean? The 20th time of the franchise." Rocky with the super chat. I'm so glad we didn't do that trade. 2 first. Jeez. Yeah, no. Howie Roseman was like, nope, I'm done. See you later. Not doing it. Well, we could take that shit off the fucking list, bro. Fart Holmes crying. Well, like, did he actually? I mean, realistically, any stupid fucking Cowboy fan that would think they were going to make a trade like that are a bunch of idiots. Bunch of fucking idiots. Like, why would you make a trade like that? You got rid of Parsons. Like, you should have just kept Parsons. Like, why would you go back into a trade like that to a player of that caliber? It makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense. They will draft 3 QBs this year and next year. Don't care who you pick in the first round. Won't be Maxx Crosby, just a fact. Second best defensive end in the NFL behind Myles Garrett. 100%. Dallas offered 1, 2, and a player. Cowboys can't afford to keep Crosby away. Done now. Because I guess the Ravens feel Lamar is a one-man band and can do it all by himself. No way they needed more D players. Get your QB some help. Fucking guy's got a top 5 fucking he's got an offensive line, he's got a top 5. They probably, I don't know, that Isaiah Likely guy is gone. They got a top 5 rusher. I mean, Lamar Jackson has had so many fucking opportunities, man. I mean, he's got a fucking MVP. Who cares? He's got an MVP. Who gives a shit? Said if Raiders were smart, they would trade for Mac Jones and use the picks to build their roster. Stay away from Mendoza. Yeah, bro. What a joke that was. Who would give up 2 first round? I mean, that's a lot, man. If he was like, if he was like 26, just getting into his prime, maybe I would give that up, because then I know there's not saying like at 28 years old, you could keep him for 3 good years. You know what I mean? So it's possible. It's not impossible. Damn. Nope. Baltimore Ravens finally trying to acquire 5-time Pro Maxx Crosby to the Raiders. 2 first-round picks. Yeah, is there an extension? Wow. It's funny how everyone can get draft capital, like fucking the Chiefs can get the draft capital they want. The Raiders can get the draft capital we want, but damn, Howie can't get any draft capital that he wants for a fucking wide receiver. What the fuck, man? Why is everyone picky with the Eagles getting picks? What the fuck is that? Seriously, like what is that? Mag says with the super chat, you'd think that ups the price for AJ, even though different. No, it doesn't do anything. The DJ Moore trade upped the price for AJ Brown. I mean, the price was already upped anyway. It doesn't matter. The DJ Moore trade, take that away. It doesn't matter. That trade did not matter. Did it help? Yes, because then it put the Patriots into a corner pretty much. It pretty much trapped them because now the Bills are off. The Bills are off the table now getting a receiver, and Bills were connected to AJ Brown as well. So now it really shrinks the Patriots to going in the free agency to go get that receiver from the Colts, that Alec Pierce kid. That's the only kid that they could really go after. That's really, I guess, worth it. It's not AJ Brown level. It's definitely not AJ Brown level. So damn. Joey, they're going to pay our 2 cornerbacks, another right tight end in the league. Can't wait to see Wilson. Wide receiver, Ravens should AJ Brown. Why, Casey? Teams are afraid of trading honestly with Howie. I don't get these other teams like a 28-year-old edge rusher, and they got 2 first-round picks just like that. Unless Jesse Minter's an idiot. He's just a new coach that just, let's trade for him. I mean, a defense that's gonna have to carry that fucking quarterback again. A defense is gonna have to carry that fucking quarterback in that offense. It's insane, bro. Sorry, I'm trying to get this fucking done. Okay. What's going on, Jay? The boy said when you draft away, Howie does 90% of the picks seem premium. Howie drafts good, loses player and gets comp pick back. It's like he gets a double dip his chip. Well, yeah, I mean, think about it. Like you're gonna have 2/3, 2/4 this year. One for Milton Williams and one for Josh Sweat for the comp picks. So who are the comp picks going into 27? You're going to have Nakobe Dean. That 3rd-round pick is going to the Eagles for 27. I don't know who else the Eagles are getting rid of for a comp pick. I'm not really sure. So if Maxx Crosby is off the board right now, then obviously Jalen Phillips probably could come back. I hope so. I hope there's a deal on the table. I haven't heard much about Jalen Phillips. The quieter it has been for Jalen Phillips, the better it's gonna be. It's gonna be way better. So I ain't gonna complain. One second. Okay. Rocky with the super chest says, what about Hendrickson if we can't? No. Why touch a 32-year-old edge rusher? Why? No. He's the last guy that I would go sign. He's the last guy. I would rather draft one in the mid rounds than go get him. That's how much I don't want him. Hendrickson, no. It's going to be too much, man. It's too much. You always crying for Max. Ken James, fucking troll. Frank says, take Ravens out of AJ trade market. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely done. If they were even involved, that's definitely done. Who the fuck besides the Ravens would give up 2 firsts? Apparently, I don't think there was anybody that was going to give that up. I don't think anybody was giving that up. Nobody was giving that up. The Eagles sure weren't. The Cowboys weren't, obviously. They were going to give up a player, a first, and a second. They were going to give up a lot. But that didn't happen, though. All right, hold on. I'm just, let me send this to my email. So that's done. Sorry, I had a little bit of an issue. I don't know what they gave up. 2 firsts, so I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing, yeah, they gave up the 14. They gave up the 14th pick. Yeah. 26 and 27 first-round picks. I don't know what their pick is for 27, but 26, they gave up the 14th. Fucking stupid team. What a dumb team. That trade was not on my bingo card. No, it wasn't for me either. Like, as much as I really wanted it and wanted him with this defensive line, like, I figured maybe it wasn't going to cost 2, maybe a first. I figured a first was in there. But the Ravens came. Wow. Holy fucking shit, dude. What the fuck, man? I don't know. I'm trying to make it make sense. And to me, doesn't really make sense. Doesn't really make sense. So I don't like it. I really don't like it. I mean, I'm glad that we didn't do this. I mean, imagine if the Eagles actually did this. I mean, Howie doesn't do shit like this. He barely gives up 2. When's the last time the Eagles gave up 2 first-rounders for a player? I can't even fucking remember if they even ever have done that. 2 first-rounders. A first-rounder, sure. 2 first-rounders? The Ravens, Jesse Minter, inheriting pretty much a roster. The Ravens are done for. I mean, they're done for. That's over now. The Ravens are out of that. I figured the Ravens were still in on maybe AJ Brown, maybe. It seems like it is the Chargers and it is the Patriots. Obviously, the Patriots are the bigger threat right now for the trade, but that's kind of where we're at. We got 219 people to chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the stream. Check out the pinned comment for memberships for all draft stuff, extra content, and more to come with extra content as well with the memberships. Just pick a tier, whatever tier you want, whatever, there's obviously information on all the tiers for the members. So definitely become a member if you guys have it. We already got some content out for the draft, for the 26th draft already. So I appreciate it. All right, let me edit. All right, let me go to, I need to go to this thing quick. So it's done. I don't gotta worry about it anymore today. Oh. It's Friday, right? Yeah, it is Friday. Okay. All right, I'm good. Come on, get back to my editor. Here we go. How the fuck do you make a trade like that? Oh. Let's see if there's any more information on this. Pick 14 and additional compensation per me. Is there more than 2 first-round picks in this? Is there more to this trade than 2 first round? If they gave away more than 2 first rounders for this guy, I mean, 2 first rounders is crazy. But more than 2 first rounders? Holy shit, dude. Yeah, not even worth it. Fucking thank God. Thank God. I would have been so pissed off if they did this. I would have been so mad if they did this. Beyond. I would have. Wow. One big shit said, if we can't find a way to keep Nakobe Phillips and Reed, that would be huge for the defense. They're not keeping Nakobe Dean. He's gone. It's over for Nakobe Dean. They're getting a 3rd-round compensatory pick for him. I've heard news on him that he's walking, like, constantly. The more news I hear on a player that's leaving is going to happen. He's walking in the free agency. He's going to get paid like $12 to $15 million for a guy that's hurt every single year. It's not going to happen. Howie Roseman is getting a compensatory pick for 27. Going to happen. Reed, Blankenship, and Phillips, I think, are realistic. Phillips, 100%. Reed, I feel like there is good news coming our way there. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not no insider, but the more I don't hear about a player, the more I feel like he will resign. And Reed might resign. Now, would I resign him for $11, $12 million a year? No, he's definitely not worth that. You know, maybe like 8 to 9.5 mil? Sure. 7 to 8? Sure. I mean, that's where I'm kind of at with it. So it said no one said Max sucks. He ain't worth 14. No, I mean, not where the Eagles are right now. 2 first-round picks, maybe a first and something else, but 2 first-rounders, no. Is it 2 first and 2? No, they did not. No, they did not. Bro, if they gave up more, like this says they gave up the 14th and additional compensation. Like, why would you say that? Rappaport just said that. The Raiders are trading star edge rusher Maxx Crosby to the Ravens for pick number 14, additional compensation. Per me and Tom Pelissero, a blockbuster. New hope for Crosby, a true rebuild for Las Vegas. If they fucking gave up 2 firsts and 2 firsts is already enough. But if they even added in 1 second rounder, I mean, you gave away your whole future. You gave away your future this year. I don't know. That's really alarming. That's really freaking alarming. I ain't gonna lie on that one. That's really bad. That's not good news. That's not good news at all. Wow. That's crazy. Ravens aren't a win now. Yeah. A quarterback that chokes in the playoffs every single year has got a top 5 defense with him every fucking year. But they had to trade for that guy. Well, the window for that fucking team is closing. Jesse Minter's going to drive that roster into the ground. Sooner or later, once he starts making moves, he's going to have no cap space with that. He's going to have no cap. He's going to have no draft capital. You just gave away your future pretty much. I mean, not entirely, but I mean, you gave away 2 first-round picks for a guy at 28 years old. I mean, that's just not the right team for him to go to. That's just not the right team to go to. It's just not the right team. You know what I mean? Not good. I can't believe that happened just now. We're literally streaming right now, and it actually happened. That's kind of fucking nuts. That's kind of nuts, dude. Chris, if we miss out on Phillips because of his market, who do we go after? We need a premier pass rusher. Who is out there we could realistically go after? I mean, Bradley Chubb. I don't want to sign Hendrickson. I'm fucking not doing Hendrickson. Okay, pause. I'm signing Bradley Chubb if I mean, let me tell you something. If Jalen Phillips wants 25 million plus, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Eagles fans are bitter. Why? Who the fuck would want, dude? Who? What other team was going to give? No other team was giving that up. Nobody was giving that up. I wouldn't give that up. I'm perfectly fine with that. That means that the Jalen Carter stuff was bullshit, which, you know, it probably was bullshit anyway, but you never know. We talk about stuff to talk about it. Jason, the Ravens defense was awful last year. Lamar is going to get traded next season. Well, Lamar Jackson is apparently going to get an extension, from what I heard. I think an extension's coming for Lamar really soon. Yeah. They're going to have cap. That was the news today. Lamar put out some type of emote thing, I don't know, something on his social media, and then there's a bunch of speculation right now that he's due for an extension. They're going to make him the highest paid quarterback. Fucking joke, man. Andrew said, if the Ravens did that, Myles Garrett would cost 3 first rounds. How would you feel about TJ Watt? Yeah. TJ Watt now? Didn't he just sign a deal last year, like a short-term deal or something? The Eagles, what it's showing me is the Eagles are not in that market for the top edge rushers. They're not in the market for trading for a top edge rusher. They're not in the market for it. So if you're looking for a TJ Watt, it's not going to happen. Anybody that you have to trade for, it's not going to happen. Bradley Chubb, and Jalen Phillips. That's where you're at right now. Bryce Blackwell, the super chat. Thank you so much. Cowboys reportedly had offered the same package. Well, I just heard it was a first, second, and like a player and a DT. I don't think it was the same package. I think it was a first, second, and a DT. I can't say the guy's name. It's like Osawilla. I forgot his name. Wardrobe said we can't get a top edge because we have to pay 2 of the best tackles of the NFL. Well, yeah, and you have to pay Cooper DeJean. He's not a first round pick. You got to pay Coop. You got to pay Quinyon Mitchell. Those 2 are going to get paid. You got to give Carter an extension. You got to give Jordan Davis an extension to free up some $12.5 million right now. They haven't done anything yet. They haven't made one fucking move yet. They haven't re-signed anybody. They haven't got any. I mean, hopefully by tomorrow we have a re-sign. Somebody re-signs tomorrow. Like, we need somebody re-signed before Monday. Like, if it's Monday by 12 o'clock and Dallas Goedert hits the market, he's gone. It's over. Dallas Goedert's done for. So, user, what's going on, buddy? With a super chat said, what are the Eagles going to do with that? Yeah, like I said, like that's the reports came out last week that he's walking. Okay, but then there was other reports that came out. The Eagles are trying to find a number with Dallas Goedert. They're trying to do whatever they possibly can to get Jalen Phillips under the cap. I think this whole free agency, these re-signs are all revolving around Jalen Phillips to keep him long term. If the Eagles can go get I mean, they're quiet right now. Like they are ready to fucking pounce real soon. Goddard has got to get signed by tomorrow. It's got to get done. If he hits the market, like I said, Goddard is gone. Now you have no tight ends. You have nobody. You have nobody that's a backup. You have nothing at tight end. If for some reason, if they could sign Phillips and sign Reed Blankenship by Monday, I think I'll be pretty satisfied. And I feel like we'll get our wide receiver 3. A.J. Brown hopefully stays, hoping to fucking God he stays. But you never know. So the less I hear about a player, you got to take it like this. The less you hear about a player, the more willing that move is going to happen. So when you hear about, I haven't heard any news on Jalen Phillips, like none. So if there's no moves on if there's nothing going on with Jalen Phillips, I'm expecting he's going to re-sign. If I'm hearing no moves about Reed Blankenship, I'm expecting he's going to re-sign. You know what I mean? So, we'll see where it goes. Rob says, as an Eagles fan, I'm happy Dallas doesn't get to have have Crosby, and we didn't have to give up Carter picks. Hallelujah. Yeah, right? Well, that's gone now. That's gone, which is fine. Borger says, damn, all that. I take Hendrickson. He had back-to-back 17-sack seasons before he took off last year. Yeah, the problem with Hendrickson that I don't like is his age. Like, how long are you going to keep him for? If he was 29, 28, I think I could deal with it. But at like 32 years old right now, like a 1-year deal for Hendrickson maybe. But I know he's not going to sign for that much of a short. It's got to be a short-length contract. Maybe he won't sign immediately. Maybe Hendrickson will be like a late signing in free agency. Maybe it won't be as fast as everyone because of his age. And I just don't feel like it's going to happen as quick. Bradley Chubb, I could get on board with it. I can get on board with a Bradley Chubb. 29 years old, you can keep him for 2 years, maybe. I mean, 8.5 sacks last year. I think it fits really well what the Eagles are doing. I don't see Eagles still have to sign like 2 more edge rushers. I mean, regardless, you need whether they bring Brandon Graham back, but they need to draft. They might have to draft like a mid-round edge rusher or something like that in the rotation. I mean, it sucks that we just don't have an edge rusher long term as of right now. It just really sucks. Nolan Smith is not getting his 5th-year option exercised. Nolan Smith ain't getting no fucking extension. Sorry, but he's not. It's not going to happen. Pressure rate's good. Awesome. I mean, look, I understand, like, if you could bring Jalen Phillips in, he's in for the Eagles OTAs offseason program, and then I think he'll take off even more than he did last year. I mean, 8 games played for the Eagles, and he had like 70-something pressures. You know how many guys made plays last year off of the pressures that Jalen Phillips gave? I mean, a lot. So it says, is Nick Herbig still available? Steelers, he could ball. I have no idea. Is that news real? I heard his account got hacked. Gary is the edge rusher from the Packers. Yo, Dallas fans, what do y'all think of Crosby being a Cowboy? Yeehaw. I'm so glad this Crosby shit is over with. Too much money for an old player who won't be playing until week 7 or 8. Well, I think that's wrong. I think he was only missing 3 weeks. I thought the same thing. I thought he was missing like 6 to 8 games, but I think he was only missing 3 games. I don't think he was missing 7 to 8 games. If he was missing 7 to 8 games, I would not even be interested. 3 games I could deal with. But, a meniscus tear, it's kind of a serious one there, but, Jarhead says, I agree, Joey, on Chubb. Bring Goddard back. We free up $5 million. Extend Davis another 9. Davis is another 12.5. Carter's another 8 to 9. Cap space. Extend Hurts another 15. Sign Reed and Chubb. Yeah, I don't know if they're even extended. I don't know. That hasn't happened yet. I feel like they should have done that already. Jalen Hurts has 3 solid years in Philadelphia left. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's more of a next year move. The Eagles are still sitting at $13.7 million right now, so they can get to close to $30 million pretty easily just by the Davis extension and Michael Carter getting cut. Because remember, he's coming off of that. He's still on that big time contract from the Jets, that big extension that the New York Jets gave him. So a cut there, I mean, yeah, you're pretty much close to $30 million at that point. So, news broken here. Aaron says, I am not paying more than $22 million a year for Phillips. I would go Chubb and Brandon about the same in total or less. Here's another problem that I have bringing bringing Jalen Phillips into Philadelphia, okay, and re-signing him. Like, what if Fangio is only here for one more fucking year? You know, because everybody just loves to fucking retire between players that just want to leave the roster and players that just want to retire and coaches that just want to leave and retire. Okay, what if Fangio is only here for a year? Like, God forbid, like you get like the worst thing that can happen is because he's been contemplating retirement. Okay, Vic Fangio is here for 1 year. That's it. And then he leaves. And God forbid, like Jim Schwartz comes here, changes the whole fucking scheme. I'm not saying that these players can't play in a 4-3 scheme or something like that, you know, but that would just suck if, you know, it just sucks that I wish Fangio was fucking younger because he's built this defense the last few years and look what he's done with it. You know, like you have a coordinator long-term that knows his roster, every overlay, every layer of the roster. I mean, you just see the differences. You know, it's kind of nuts. I thought somebody literally came into the chat was like, "Oh, Crosby just got traded." I'm like just the right timing. It would happened at 9:20 at night Eastern when the news just dropped. We got 223 in the chat, by the way. So if you're enjoying the content, we do Eagles content every single day, live streams. We're going to be live streaming all week next week. So if you guys haven't subbed, definitely subscribe. Check out the memberships for extra draft content and more content that's coming out. Doesn't matter any tier you want. Check out the information on each tier for the memberships up above in the pinned comment. I appreciate it so much. If you haven't followed me on TikTok either, I do put up clips on there as well. So everything is in the description as well. So I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Callinsbury says Jonathan Greenyer has 2 years left on his contract, and the Vikings are looking to move him. He'll be 29, had 2 10-plus sacks and 2 10-plus sacks at 23 and 24. That's good. That's really good. I mean, so we're going to have a lot to talk about because Sunday, the Philly Shakedown podcast, me and Philly will be streaming for 2 hours. We're doing a 2-hour stream on Sunday to talk about everything. Then Monday, I'll be streaming from like 10 a.m. to like 5 in the afternoon. So if you want to be around for that, grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, and we're just going to sit here and chill and kind of go through the tampering period together. So definitely sub if you have it. Crosby to Dallas, psych. Charles says Michael wrong, Carter, bro. Carter, we got from the Jets. We saved Buddy for releasing him. No, I know. That's what I said. Yeah. Or you're not talking to me. Probably talking to somebody else. Grace says someone convinced Vic that grandkids are overrated. Keep coaching. Grandkids are overrated. Keep making that fucking money, bro. Ken, we believed we would lose Carter in a trade for Crosby. We are more than happy to be wrong. We're celebrating the trade to the Ravens. We really are, dude. Like, nobody out there, Dallas wasn't giving up 2 first-round picks. They were giving up a first, apparently a second, and a DT. They were going to give up a player on top of it. Nobody wanted to do that. The Ravens, literally, if the Ravens fail this year, I mean, it's over. It's done. Like, they're going to be Jesse Minter is gonna put them in cap hell, is gonna put them in draft capital hell. They don't even have any draft capital. They don't even have a future this year or next year. Like, they got this year to make it, the next couple of years to kind of make it right. Desert says, I want to play for a competitor, gets traded to the Ravens. Bro, what? Bro. I know the Ravens had a lot of injuries last year, but fuck, they dodged a bullet there. I mean, they're smarter. The Eagles are smart. They're not idiots like the Ravens that come in. I mean, that would never happen. I mean, the Eagles would never do that. Roger said, I think Crosby will be like Baltimore, but I think the Ravens were dumb for giving that much up. They weren't a Crosby away from winning a Super Bowl. They got issues offensively. That quarterback has a lot of issues. As soon as that quarterback hits a playoff game, you got a top 5 rusher in the league. I mean, there's just so many more issues. That quarterback has issues, man. He's got issues. You know, they need more weapons offensively. They need more. And another defensive player. How many times have the Ravens have top 5 defenses? I mean, on paper they look great, you know, but I mean, adding this player is great for them, but it's like, is it going to save their fucking season? They still got to score points. Take it from the Philadelphia Eagles 25 fucking season. The defense can't save the season. We all know this. We fucking know it. Hold on, my girlfriend just texted me. Sorry. Okay. Corville said the Cowboys supposedly offered a similar trade package that the Ravens offered, but the Raiders dealt Crosby to the Ravens. Well, apparently it was a first second in the DT. That's what I was hearing. They need a real number one, Zay Flowers, to be as more of a slot guy. Yeah. Even the Cowboys were smart not giving up their 2 first-round picks. Well, yeah, that'd be stupid to do that. I mean, why? They just had Micah Parsons. Like, if they might as well just kept Micah Parsons. Like, why are they going after a player of this caliber anyway? It makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. Yeah. And it didn't hold up last year with the injury, so. Like Gaber said, what up, Joey? Haven't been paying attention to the Eagles free agency news, but now I'm back. Who should be our top priority re-signs, and what does our cap look like? Cap's at 13.7 right now. So they still haven't made moves to free up cap. They haven't re-signed anybody yet. I mean, the priority signing to me is Jalen Phillips. 100%. It's Jalen Phillips, and then after that, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I mean, the Kobe Dean's going to walk. I would try to bring Goddard back. I would try to bring Reed Blankenship back. That's what I would try to do right now. Jalen Phillips is the number one signing, is the number one priority. Yeah. Let's see. Jarhead says, "Hey Ravens, we'll trade you a bag of chips for Crosby." Let's see. Ron said, "Ain't that crazy though? It came down to the same exact teams, one from each conference, since they both choke artists, but that means Dallas the bigger chokers." Yeah. Joey Eagles says the Raiders just ruined Crosby's entire career by trading him to the Ravens. It seems like great players are only getting traded to crappy teams now. The fuck is up with that? Well, it's not even just that. These players watch, Crosby's going to say they've been on my radar. I wanted to go to them. Like, who knows? Like, remember when Connor Barwin was like, hey, I want to go to the Giants, a winning organization. Remember when he went to the fucking Giants? Like, some of these players are just idiots. Like, they don't fucking know. They don't know. Obviously, he had I don't think he had any leverage. I mean, he has no leverage in a situation like that. I mean, the Ravens had the leverage, and that was it. Yeah, I heard Washington was a part of it, but I didn't hear their name that much, though. Yo, Roll Philly Dog, what's going on, buddy? Member for a month. Appreciate it, dude. Said Joey, we need to trade AJ to Las Vegas for pick 36 at a 27 first. Yeah, I don't even know what's going to happen with that, honestly. I don't know what's going to I don't know what's gonna happen. It's such a standstill right now. Like, no offer has been made yet. Like, if this trade has to go down tomorrow. It has to go down. If it doesn't go down, then I don't know. Honestly. Then it's done. I mean, it's not you can't wait till Monday. It's not gonna happen. I mean, it's gotta happen at least tomorrow. because the Eagles are going to be way too busy with other things like they have to move on to other things. Like there's only so much time the Eagles are going to sit there and say we want this, and then the Patriots are just sitting there like not really doing much of anything. Let's see what the Patriots do on Monday. If nothing happens tomorrow, if they go after wide receiver Alec Pierce, that seems to the Patriots have a lot of interest in, and they sign him, then he's staying in Philadelphia unless another team pops in and takes him. I don't know. Brooks says Raiders will still draft horrible. Yeah, it doesn't. Who cares what the Raiders are going to do, honestly? They have a new coaching staff for the 20 millionth time. They have draft capital. They have cap space. Who cares? Who cares what the Raiders do? Who cares, man? Jarhead, Jarhead 2006 says that's a bad narrative of Crosby. Think about Garrett ruined his all in his own by staying with Cleveland when he easily came to Philly. Chooses a bag over a championship caliber team. Yeah, I get it. Remember, like that Myles Garrett during the fucking year before last season was pretty much like it was during the year where Garrett was complaining about, that the Browns got to play better. And he was talking about not being on the Browns anymore. He was literally talking about it. And then they threw $40 million in his face and he was like, you know what? I'll stay. And that's pretty much what happened. Myles Garrett is going to be remembered for getting the sack record, and that's it. There's nothing else that he's going to get remembered for. If he cares about those personal stats and that's what all he cares about, it is what it is. He's had, and I agree with Jarhead. I mean, he's had multiple shots that come into Philly. He's had multiple times coming to Philadelphia, two times, and it never happened. But really, Dogs in the Super Chat says, do you think we in a situation where we have to move off AJ? I feel like the relationship has soured at this point. I don't know what's going on. We haven't heard from AJ Brown's camp of what AJ wants, what he's saying to his agent. Albert Breer put out news that he wants to play for a better quarterback. I think that's all bullshit now. But why are the Eagles still trying to get this trade going? Is it the Eagles or is it AJ? At this point, I think we're wasting our time even talking about it. I mean, we're still going to talk about it, but I feel like, nothing wrong with the contract. There's nothing wrong with anything like that. So, Brown said the Dallas Ravens and Baltimore Butt Boys. Who will be superior? Yeah, Chargers are another team that have interest right now, but I don't know how serious it is. Rappaport said he said the Chargers have been listening, but he said that it's really between the Patriots and the Eagles. I mean, that's pretty much where it's at right now. YM Box says, would you let Reed walk, sign Phillips, and trade second in Nolan Smith for Kyle Hamilton? I mean, Kyle Hamilton's on a new deal right now. I don't know how much that's going to cost. I mean, I don't really want to let Reed walk because you got no fucking safeties. And Makuba, he needs another year because he only played like half the season. Like I need to see more from Makuba anyway, but I would definitely sign Phillips. I mean, I would trade Nolan Smith if it's for getting some draft compensation for somebody or something. If he's a trade sweetener for something, I would trade Nolan Smith. If not, I would probably just keep him here. Phillips, I think, is going to be the priority signing. He's going to be the main priority signing as of right now. But they haven't freed up any cap space yet. We haven't seen a cut of Michael Carter. We haven't seen an extension. Big Pig is the team loves AJ. It's business. He ran out of guaranteed money. A new deal gets him guaranteed money, not personal. Isn't he on a good deal now? He's not out of I don't think he's out of guarantees. I don't think he's out of guaranteed money at all. You still want to experiment with Bennett? No, I'm done with him. I don't want to trade with the Ravens ever again. The Jacorian Bennett thing is over with. I felt like they should have gave him more of a chance earlier in the season, but they never really did. Then he ended up getting hurt, and then he finally got into a game, and he didn't look great. He didn't look great. So Joey said, what are your top 3 teams AJ will go to, and what does the trade look like? The Patriots for one, the Chargers another, and I don't know what the third team would be. Like, what's another team out there that would kind of sneak in to trade for AJ Brown? I honestly don't know. Vassos Mania is going to be worse than Batulo. Shit will hit the fan again. Well, if that's what you believe, then don't watch the team. You can't shit on it. You can't shit on it this early. I mean, it's not a promotion from within. You got to give it a chance. There's it says Howie's doing nothing. The beer can from Super Bowl parade made him stupid. Now throw in the fact that no one wants to trade with the Eagles, aka Stonewall Howie, like they did last draft. I mean, that's not his fault that nobody wants to trade with him. I mean, look, the Eagles still got their guy last year in the draft. They still got Jahad Campbell. I mean, they tried to trade up like 6-7 times because they thought Jahad Campbell was going to be off the board, and they still got their guy. So it still worked out regardless. So got to give it a chance. I mean, there's going to be a team out there that's going to, I don't know what's going to happen in the draft. Like free agency, it's going to tell us, at least designate us what they might do in the draft. See what holes we have after a week of free agency. If they don't start band-aiding some, like what is Howie going to be passive with a certain position like he was with cornerback last year? I mean, you let Rodgers walk, you let Slay walk. I mean, you traded fucking Chauncey out of nowhere, and that became an immediate fucking draft need that we needed, which kind of sucked. So I'm hoping he doesn't pull off any bullshit like that. Gurus says, why not keep Dean on cheap incentive contract? Jahad is nowhere near the player Dean is. It's another blaring. It's not a mistake in Howie's eyes. It's not a mistake it's not a mistake. I mean, you're looking at a linebacker in Nakobe Dean that's never fucking healthy. That's going to get over fucking pay. He's not getting this is where players, this is the second contract of a player. He ain't coming back for less money. He's getting 12 to 15 million a year. Okay? The Eagles are going to be out of that. They're not paying him that much. Jahad Campbell it's not Jahad Campbell's fault. They stopped playing him. They moved him to edge rusher when Nakobe Dean came back. Got some playing time at edge rusher. Then Nolan Smith came back. Then they traded for Jalen Phillips, and he lost all his snaps. As an off-ball linebacker, I think Jahad Campbell's excellent, and he was really showing it. You just got to give him more fucking time. You got to give him more time. He barely played the linebacker position last year. He barely played it. Howie Roseman is not going to skip on a third-round compensatory pick. He's not gonna skip. If he has a chance to get a third-round compensatory pick for Nakobe Dean, he's gonna get it. He's gonna fuck it. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna let Nakobe Dean go for 2 reasons. Number 1, he's too expensive for how injury-prone he is, and number 2, it's for the compensatory pick. Just the truth. But I don't know. I mean, the Chiefs are trading a cornerback for all the picks that they want. And now the Ravens go get Maxx Crosby to give the Raiders what they want. The Eagles are trying to trade AJ Brown, and they can't even. Now everyone's saying that the Eagles are being unfair, like with the compensation. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Tell Howie violate the June 1st. Patriots throw Hunter Henry in the deal. We need a tight end. Henry only missed 1 game last season. Yeah, possibly. I mean, depending on what happens with Dallas Goedert, I don't know. I miss hearing Nick Sirianni every Monday on what happened. God, we all know we don't miss that. He says, Joe, what's up, Joey? Hope you're having a good day. Hope we don't trade AJ this week. Yeah, we'll find out. If we're gonna trade AJ, tomorrow's gonna be the day. So it said Raiders give us the 14th for AJ now. Oh shit, Raiders would be dealing. It's like they completely have like a shitty roster down. Now Crosby's gone. They have nobody that even is a mid-tier player on that team right now. Like, I mean, at this point, like them keeping the 14th overall pick, does that even make any sense? Or should they trade out for more picks? They might as well trade out for more picks, honestly, until they get their fucking quarterback. They're going to have to trade up more in this draft, past 4. They're going to have to go further than 14 to get a quarterback. Maybe they won't, if they like anybody from this draft. Yeah, Bob says, we've been telling people we don't want to trade him, and he said he doesn't want to leave, so we put out a ridiculous price, and now they're saying it's unfair. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much how it's going right now. Pretty much how it's going right now. But who's pushing this trade? Is it Howie trying to push to see what he could get and then pull the trigger on something? Or is AJ pushing this trade to happen? Whatever AJ said, AJ's got to behave right now. He's got to behave outside of football right now. So AJ was like, I want to be here. I want to go through the changes with Sean Mannion, and like, great. You know, it's great things to say, but are they true? You know, I hope so. God forbid I don't want to go through another season with having this issue again this year. Last thing we need. So they have the first pick they are drafting. Oh yeah, they had 2 first rounders. I forgot. I totally forgot. They got the first pick. Okay. I totally forgot. President, they're just butthurt because they didn't get their dream. No, it's not Howie pushing trade, but I don't think it's AJ either. I do not know what it is. Nobody knows. Yeah. Nobody knows, unfortunately. Wish we had some rumors coming from AJ's camp, but we don't. Forge Race says maybe neither are pushing. Maybe the information is out and teams are calling. Yeah, it might just be like how I want to put a price out there and see what happens. And just see these teams like trying to figure out like if they're going to accept it or not. It might just be just as like a test run just to see what everyone's saying about it. I don't know. It might be for nothing. It might be like, let's see like what happens. Let's see what team is willing to give up something for AJ Brown. And it seems like no one's really wanting to give up anything. At least from what the Eagles want. Probably Dogs of the Super Chat says, Joey, the first tantrum AJ throws, I'm gonna lose it. Yeah, I'm really not gonna be. I'm gonna be very upset if that happens. God forbid the Eagles have a lead in some game. They're going to win the game. AJ doesn't have like 1 reception, or he has like 2 receptions the whole entire game. And then he gets in the locker room and he looks just his body language, and he goes back to like, it's going to just get really bad. Like it's going to throw the fucking roster off. Like that's the last thing we need going into next year. I really hope that doesn't happen. I really hope it doesn't happen. I hope you're right, and things don't happen the way they do. Chris says, well, this is what happened. Howie said in the interview, it's my job to put the tag on everyone. It's my job to take all the trade calls. I don't want to trade AJ, period. But if I had, this is what it would take. Yeah. But it still opens the fact that if someone gives up like crazy compensation where it's so the Eagles can't pass up on it, he'll pull the trigger on it. But Obviously, from what Howie wants, he's not pulling the trigger on it. I don't really take look at the end of the day, I don't really take too much from what these guys say at the combine. Like, I don't take too much into account. I could probably believe they don't want to get rid of him, but they're gonna put some type of they're gonna say, hey, like, give me an offer. I want to see what you guys can offer for AJ. You know, like, I think they want to put it out there that they are listening to offers, but that's as far as it goes unless you really wow me with some type of over the top compensation that's going to really extend this window of a championship window for the Eagles. That's where I'm kind of at with it. Yeah, that was my point. They're going to go at wide receiver 14. They need a number one. No one in the draft is close to AJ. Well, I guess they can get their quarterback and get their weapon, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Let's see if there's any other news on this. Okay, it's a Crosby off the Eagles list. Now the question is, will Philadelphia re-sign Jalen Phillips before Monday? So if they let Phillips walk, they get another compensatory pick for Dean and Phillips, and then they go after. I mean, the only other guy they can go after that kid from Green Bay, the edge rusher from Green Bay that just got released. If that's real news. Or they go after Bradley Chubb. Rashad Gary, his name is Rashad Gary. My ex-wife is sleeping with a high-ranking official within the Eagles. AJ is getting treated. Here's it's Howie win the game. The way Eagles win games is not sustainable. Eagles is going to lose. Oh, yeah, of course. Well, we just saw it. We literally had a mini collapse. We went from 8-2 to fucking 11-6. That's a collapse, guys. That's like a mini collapse. They totally fucking collapsed. Chris says, I got a question. You think Howie values the comp pick so much because most people do not want to deal with him? Because I know some of the insides on the Eagles trades and everyone calls him a demon. Well, yeah, I think part of it is he likes the comp picks because having those picks in your back pocket are always going to help. He likes taking the mid-round picks. Like, they have 2/3 and 2/4. So what's going to happen is he's going to trade one of those third-round picks back like 4 to 6 spots, get a pick for 27, then take their other third rounder and move up a little bit. So he likes maneuvering in the draft, especially in the mid rounds, to get those picks, some of those mini trade backs in the mid rounds to get those picks for 27. Yeah, and they've worked out well for us. That's big ammo for the draft. That's how you stay sustainable as a playoff team. That's how you sustain yourself as a playoff team, and you're always in the playoffs every year. Okay, you're aggressive with every single pick. You know, you have no picks for next year. How the Eagles have 8 to 10 picks every fucking, you know what I mean, multiple fifths, multiple sixths. They always have that every year, you know? So that's why you let Milton Williams go, you get a third rounder. You let Josh Sweat go for a fourth rounder. They get big contracts. The Eagles can't afford to re-sign them both, so that's what they do. So if Jalen Phillips doesn't re-sign, and I'm hoping that he does, it's going to be another comp pick for the Eagles on top of Nakobe Dean. You know? Bro, Philly Dogs with the super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. He says, Joey, look at Odafe Away, edge free agent from Ball Beast. Yeah, I seen his name float around a little bit. I seen his name. What did he do last year? I don't know what he did last year, so I don't know. I wasn't following the Ravens too much last year, so I couldn't really tell you. But good information, though. He's a beast. Good. All right, good. I mean, that's good news. That is good news. And even with the easier coming schedule, I feel they're going to shit the bed again with a 10-11 win season. I don't think they're going to shit the bed next year. I mean, we have to give it like 4 to 6 weeks. That's number one. I mean, Mannion is going to make some mistakes. It's probably going to happen. Like, first-time play caller. I mean, he's got bright ideas. They got Grizzard in the room, which I think he's very good with the wide receivers. The second thing to all this is going into the offseason program. Like, they cannot take these practices and really value them as fucking game time minutes. These guys have to play in preseason. I'm sorry, but they do. They cannot go another year doing this. The offensive line literally does not play together until the regular season. Okay, this can't happen. They got to play in a game for a couple. They got to do something. I'm not saying a whole half. They got to play some preseason because I think that's starting to really take a toll on us now going forward. They got to start playing a little bit in preseason, be a little bit more ready. So at least your coaching, again, is going to be brand new coaching, a new play caller going into the regular season. And then your roster is not going to be, it hasn't had enough game time minutes in preseason. I mean, you don't want to go in with, you know, 2 negatives, at least 1 negative. I'll go into the regular season, you know? Joey, who do you want the Eagles to take at most at number 23? I want to see what the Eagles do in the first week of free agency. I mean, I feel like the Eagles need offensive line. I feel like they should get a right. They should push somebody into right guard and then kind of get kicked out to right tackle for the future when Lane Johnson retires after this year. You know, I'm not seeing an aggressive trade up unless like they really want Sadiq or, you know, I feel like they will go like maybe they'll go loan from Penn State. Maybe they do get a guard instead of a guard that can a tackle that can play inside for the year and go to right tackle after Lane retires. Maybe Freeling. I mean, maybe the kid from Alabama, Proctor. If he gets to the second day, maybe they want to get him. I don't know. Polish him up for a year and play. I'm not sure. I mean, we'll see. Jared Stabler says you have to try to keep Goddard or draft his replacement to draft. It's not even a maybe. It must be a tight end. You got nobody, no second or third string. They're all free agents. Yeah, I know. Even if you're bringing Goddard back, you have no backup for the future, and you have no number 2 regardless. I completely get that. I don't think they have to go after Sadiq. Like, you know, I mean, if he gets past 15, sure. I mean, there's a possibility that they should pick up the phone and try to move up if it's not going to cost a lot. But I mean, I don't know. You got Claire from Ohio State. I mean, there's just, you know, Michael Trigg maybe. I mean, there's some guys in the second round you could possibly get on day 2 instead of going in the first round. Well, we just got to see what's the glaring hole after the first week of free agency. And then the second, third, fourth week of free agency, we're going to see, like, do the Eagles bandage up safety if Reed's not here? I mean, we got to see what they do the first couple days of free agency, what they fill up there. The Eagles haven't freed up any cap space yet. They're still at $13.7 million. There's moves to be made. I'm hoping they re-sign somebody tomorrow. Like, I'm hoping an edge rusher signs in Philadelphia tomorrow. I'm hoping. It's like done. It's a done deal. You know. Because the Eagles offense got to get a quarter in preseason, new coordinator outside of. Yeah, they have to. Sirianni's, it's not working anymore. Sirianni's like, oh, the practices, you know, the joint practices are nice, but you can't hit quarterbacks. It's not, he acts like these practices are very game-like. They're not. It's not a football game. It's not. There's so many restrictions in practice, especially in joint practices to regular practice when they practice by themselves. I mean, only so much you could do. So I think the Eagles will get Phillips back and lose Goddard and Dean. Not sure about Blankenship. If you're not hearing anything about a specific player, then it's probably good news. So I'm probably going to say that they do try to I do think that Reed is going to re-sign. My fingers crossed that I'm hoping that I feel very positive that he's going to re-sign. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not always right. Real Philly Dog says Joey always got off to a slow start, but he got traded week 7. At week 7 to 18, he had 7.5 sacks on the Ravens. Oh, shit. And he's a free agent right now? Damn. Well, that's not bad either. Sadiq was projected to be at 23. Just people were... Yeah, he was projected before the combine. And after he ran a 4.39, and he was like the second best... the fastest tight end in combine history, and then his testing, he was the second best in testing. I think Stowers was the only tight end that tested better than him in the vertical and the broad jump. So once the combine hits and they fucking do well, that's when the Eagles are not going to get him at 23. Before the combine, sure. After the combine, yeah, it's totally a done deal now. Totally a done deal now. I don't think you have a chance to get him unless you aggressively move up now. He gets past 13 to 15. I'd say you pick the phone up and try to move up, but I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Whereas the good thing, Baltimore is not picking first round. Maybe Sadiq will go by. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we don't know if Travis Kelce is going to retire. So you don't know if Travis Kelce is going to retire. You still have, who else needs a tight end? The Chargers, I think, need a tight end, but they got to move up. So you got to watch out for them, I think. Does Denver need a tight end? I don't know. Does Tampa Bay need a tight end? I'm trying to remember who's on the roster. Barr says, but all the hate Carnell Tate is getting, imagine him at 23. If Bain falls to 14, Raiders stole. Oh, the edge rusher. So we aren't signing a damn thing until we know if AJ is traded. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And hopefully tomorrow's the day. Hopefully tomorrow we either get a trade or get an answer that's not happening. Hopefully something happens tomorrow. Like, something's got to happen tomorrow. Dean and Blankenship are going to Dallas. That's fine, because they're both going to get overpaid. They're both going to get overpaid. I think the Eagles keep Blankenship. Dean is going to go. He'll go to Denver. He's been rumored to Denver. He's been rumored to Dallas. He's going to get overpaid. Texans signed Dalton Schultz, 1 year, 12.5. Goddard will want more than that. He's probably gone. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they want to. They had him. I think he was at 17 million last year, and they restructured him and they brought him down. I think I don't know if it was from 17 to 13 or 15 to 13. I forgot what his number was last year. Yeah, if Goddard leaves, it's going to be 20. Yeah, because of the void year, it's going to be, if Dallas signs with another team, that's 20 million in dead cap. Yeah, it's going to suck. That's more dead cap. And if they trade AJ fucking pre-June, it's another 43. They're going to be well over $100 million in dead cap. One of the highest teams in the league with the most dead cap. I mean, the Eagles are still, the Eagles are still drafting well. They're still doing good things the last few years. I mean, even with all that dead cap, I think they have 84.1 million, 84.4. I think it's 84 million right now. The Eagles have in dead cap right now. AJ is gone. Patriots will give in. So far, they haven't. Joey, what is your thoughts on bringing Quay Walker? Is he a free agent? AJ is the money. Howie's broke. What's going on with Isaiah Rodgers? I don't know. I mean, I think he's here for another year, but they wouldn't even pay. They wouldn't even pay Rodgers $5.5 million. I mean, shit. Just as a number 2 last year. I don't want the Pats first and second because it's just a second and a third. Technically, yeah, I get that. It's one of the teams, like you would rather trade AJ to a fucking bad team that's with deep pockets. A bad team with deep pockets. The Patriots are one of the worst teams to trade with right now. You know, I mean, at least he's in the AFC. You know, I just didn't want him to go in the NFC. Send AJ to Denver to yes, yeah, no, that's definitely not happening. That's a Madden trade. That will never happen. Wilder's still a Viking for the 26th season. Yeah. It was a 2-year deal, I think. So he's still over there. He had a couple good games. Like, he was fine, but he got burnt a lot this year. He got burnt. Dory coming back. Yeah, right. They fucking do that. Yeah, put a bandage on CB2 again. Yeah, see where it gets you. Too bad. It's too bad Cooper DeJean wasn't drafted as an outside fucking corner. It's too bad because then we wouldn't even have an issue. We would only have to get an inside guy. It'd be a lot cheaper. Let's see. David Lewis says Denver would never trade a young top of the league corner, an older wide receiver whose effort it's feeling that is at the age that he's about to fall off a cliff. No, I mean, no, that trade makes no sense. Oh, well, the AJ to Cleveland, yeah. Put him on a team. He can catch 80 fucking balls, get his Pro Bowls, and not win a fucking thing. Get the ball thrown at him all the time and not win a fucking thing. That's it. EJ says, Joey, much love to keep it. You and Philly 500 are going to keep me get through this tough time. I appreciate it, man. We got a big stream. Shakedown stream on Sunday. 2-hour stream on Sunday. We're going to have a big stream on Sunday. And then Monday, Monday I'll be streaming from like 10 a.m. to like 6 in the afternoon. So if you guys want to subscribe, you guys want more Eagles news, you guys want to sit in the live streams and chill out, we'll be streaming for probably, I would say 3 days straight next week. I would say 4 days straight next week, including Sunday. So check out the memberships in the pinned comment for all the extra draft content. And we have more membership content coming soon as well. Just read the tiers of what you kind of want. And definitely check out and become a member if you guys have it. Appreciate it. Jason, Cleveland is a perfect place to pad stats. Ask Myles Garrett. Oh, that's what I'm saying, dude. If he just wants to go, he don't care about the fucking ring and he just wants his fucking statistics, go to fucking Cleveland. I've gotten to the point now where I just don't care if this gets done or not. Like, if he gets traded, okay. If he doesn't get traded, okay. I don't even care anymore. I am numb to it now. Like, I have no, like, feelings towards any of these fucking players anymore. Like, whatever's better for the fucking team, it is what it is. Because if AJ does get traded, we'll hear more news about what went down, and we'll hear the backstory if there's any backstory to it at all. We'll fucking hear it. We will hear it. There's no doubt about it. It will be heard. See if there's anything else here. I don't know. The Raiders' decision to sideline Maxx Crosby for the regular season final 2 games did not sit well with their star pass rusher. Crosby remains under contract. But there's a strong sense league circles he could have. Oh, fucking Diana Rossini. Tired of you too. Oh my God, there's news on AJ. I have to post something that pisses everybody off because that's all we fucking do every single day. It's all we do every day. Let's piss off as many Eagle fans as we possibly can and rage bait the shit out of them every fucking day. I swear to God, dude. Swear to God. So said we're going to be fucked at 28. Every contract we have is backload to 28, 29. Don't worry about the cap space. Do not worry about cap space. Howie Roseman, when it comes to the cap and like all the little shit like that, don't even worry about it. This is Howie Roseman when it comes to cap and moving money and doing. Trust me, just keep drafting well. Just keep drafting well and keep doing your thing. That's it. We're gonna be fine. Gotta get this fucking coaching staff right. So we don't waste any fucking years and get some more championships under our belt here. Eagles will save $8 million if they release Carter. Yeah, Michael Carter gets released. They save $8 to $9 million. If they extend Jordan Davis, which should happen, they'll save $12.5 million. Just from those two moves, they're close to $30 million in cap space. That's all they need to do, really. I mean, that's all they need to do. That's it. That's all they got to do. Also, remember that in 2030, in the year of the TV deals, which will grow cap space, especially so then when the void years are high in 2029, we will redo the deals to push it to 3031. I mean, that's all they're going to do is just keep restructuring and pushing money down the road. I mean, that's what's going to happen. You know? So as long as the league keeps doing these trades and starts re-signing, that cap is just going to go up every fucking year. It was between what, 302 to 305 million this year. It just keeps going up. Halfway Crook says, "Do you really think we trade AJ? Don't see how we're better offensively with him gone. He's literally our best player, man." Yeah, there's more to it than that, unfortunately. We don't know, like, who's pushing this trade. Is it AJ? Is it Howie Roseman? Or is Howie Roseman just putting this out here just to see what teams are going to give up? This might be nothing. This might be just Howie saying, I'm gonna see what I can get for him, but I'm not going to pull the trigger on anything. I just want to see what teams are willing to give up for him. It might not be anything, to be honest. So if AJ and Goddard leave, we're going to be in huge dead cap the next. Yeah, if AJ gets traded pre-June and Goddard leaves, that's $63 million in dead cap. $63 million, dude. Fucking $63 million. If it's post-June for AJ, it's only $7 million this year, $27 million for 27. So that gets split up into, well, not complete split, but it gets split up into or divided into 2 years. I would think the Jalen Hurts contract, they could do it right now, but they're not doing it for some reason, not yet. And they could definitely free up like 15 to 20 million just from an extension, a restructure, whatever the case may be with it. That shouldn't really be the hard. That should be an easy thing to do. I don't think that there'll be any struggle with that. So says, holy shit. Yeah. Think about it. 43 million plus another 20 million. That's fucking 63 million. That'd be 60. If it's a pre-June trade for AJ and then Goddard signs with another team at 20 million, that's 63 million in dead cap. Like, we don't fucking need that shit. The Eagles are going to be over $120 million in dead cap. Just keep him in Philadelphia. Like, seriously. I'll take the 20. Look, if Dallas Goddard signs somewhere else, I'm fine with 20, but $63 million. If not 63 and it's a post-June trade, then it's only going to be, 71 million? Oh, no, sorry, 50 million? I mean, 50 million is still a lot, too. That's whatever. It's just like, I don't even know what to say about it anymore. Howie said, yeah, that makes no sense. We're good on both sides of the damn ball. Colin screwed us last year. Yeah, I know. I know it did. You know? And hopefully it doesn't bite us in the ass again this year. I wish Howie just comes out and say AJ is not getting moved and moved on. Yeah. Hope not. I know people are going to be fighting back and forth on it's AJ's fault, it's the coaching staff's fault. It's a little bit of both, guys. We have to say it's a little bit of both. You know, I don't think obviously the play calling helped. I think that play calling motioned AJ's appetites to be what he was last year, unfortunately. You know, and AJ was right about everything that he said, but maybe people are just not the way he kind of carried himself last year. And, I guess other players could put their head down and just go to work and try to make it the best situation possible. And AJ kind of went the opposite direction. And that last game didn't really help his cause. That was like the cherry on top between the coaching staff to that fucking wide receiver. It just didn't go well. Dave says, "Hey Joey, can the Eagles release Keely Ringo, Adoree Jackson, Sidney Brown? They're not going to release. So they could save $1 million with Keely Ringo. They could save $1 million with Sidney Brown. You're not going to get rid of both of those guys because they're very good on special teams. The problem is that they're just not good enough just to play special teams. Like they have to. If you're playing special teams, you at least have to be able to be a nice depth piece. God forbid they need you for a game or something like that. And both of those players can't play their positions. Sidney Brown, no. Keely Ringo, I never want to see him play corner again. So I don't know. Michael Clay got rehired. I don't know why. He was the first. This was before Manning was even hired. The first. Nick Sirianni, the only thing he did this offseason was rehire fucking 3 coaches. Jamal Singleton, the fucking wide receiver coach. I keep forgetting his name, and Michael Clay. That's it. That is it. So it said AJ trade has to be post-June designation. There's no other way. Yeah, it has to be post-June. The Eagles will actually save a little tiny bit of money. It's not much. It's like a few $1 million. It's probably not even much. If it's a post-June trade, they'll actually save a little bit, but it's not going to be extraordinarily a lot. $7 million. So if you post-June trade him, it's $7 million in dead cap for this year, and then another $27 million, and it's still going to be a high dead cap number in 27. It doesn't matter, but it's less this year. Wardrobe, unpopular opinion, but Adoree Jackson started playing better at the end of it and had more time on the defense, and it means we have money for other players. I'm not against him staying at CB2 next year. Hey, I mean, I agree with you that he actually played better. Do I want him here next year? Not really. The guy, I mean, look, how many times have the Eagles, remember, there was a few plays during the year where they kept him on one side, against Terry McLaurin, and we're like, what the fuck's going on? And then he gets burned for an easy fucking, 2 seconds. He's just not capable. Even in an emergency, God forbid, Quinyon can't get to the other side on the number 1 receiver, and then we get fucked on that play. And it's happened a lot of times. It's already happened a lot of times already, I hate it. I can't stand that. So I said, sports media personalities blew this AJ shit up with a myth. I don't think it's Howie blowing smoke up the asses of the fans. No, I don't think so either. I think honestly, Howie Roseman is just putting the message out there that he's taking offers right now. He wants to see what offers he could get. I don't think it's concrete until he wants a haul. He wants a futuristic haul for this wide receiver. You know what I mean? KC got their deal for that cornerback that they traded. A lot of picks and another first rounder. You know what I mean? And Crosby just got traded for 2 first rounders easily. I mean, the Ravens are dumbasses, but, we all know that. Who the hell would have even took that trade? I don't know for that much. It's a bigger drop than AJ Brown, who was wide open, dropped multiple dimes and running lazy routes. Smitty takes accountability. AJ Brown walks out the locker room and disappeared. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, that's what happened. But there's a difference, man. When you don't have homegrown talents, you don't have AJ Brown wasn't drafted in Philadelphia. Okay, you have guys like Jalen Hurts. You have guys like Devontae Smith. These are Nick Saban type players. Okay, Nick Saban players are now, since he's not coaching, you're never going to find players like that ever again. All they care about is the W at the end of the day. Sure, does Devontae Smith probably have some, like, Devontae Smith just wants to have his interview and go home after a game. He's not trying to cause any problems. He understands that there's shit going on. But when those Nick Saban players, like guys like that of that persona, you're not going to get guys bitching like that. Like you know what I mean? Like I can't even I can't even imagine with fucking the Eagles having TO during that period. Imagine if there was social media when that was going on. I mean, fucking God, it would have been bad. I mean, it would have been worse than probably now. So yeah, it's interesting. Smitty's here for the rest of his career. We know that. He's a captain. He's a leader. Drug says A.J. Brown isn't a leader. Take the captain badge off his chest. Watch, like, if AJ stays here, they announce the captain's going into the regular season. AJ's not on there, and it's gonna be like another. It's never gonna end, dude. It's so much. This fucking wide receiver is getting so much. This wide receiver is getting so much attention now. It's just like anything, and he created it. He created it himself. As much as he was right about what he said, that the offense has got to pull their fucking weight, stop putting bandages on the defense. You're making trades, you're getting a corner, you're getting an edge rusher, but the offense has still got to produce. I agreed with everything that AJ said. The way he carried himself, it just didn't help. It just didn't. It just didn't. The positivity bunny rabbit blow up. I mean, come on, man. I mean, it was the team. It was so fucking sad, man. So damn sad. Biggest thing we saw him was doing sit-ups in his driveway. Yeah, that was like the biggest bit of news that we've seen. And anything else than that, we saw him and fucking McNabb get into it on the sideline. That was like that's the most we've seen. That's without social media. Now we know every in and out of every damn thing that's going on. Yeah, I think that was bullshit news from Albert Breer. That was bullshit news. AJ's camp said, AJ wants to play with a real quarterback. I think that was all bullshit. I don't think that was even true. Jason Saban players like Hurts and Smith are always professional and only care about the dub. They only care about the W. Yeah, that's all they care about, man. And like Jalen Hurts is the perfect example, dude. Like Jalen Hurts could have like 180 yards passing, three, 2 rushing touchdowns, a passing touchdown. Like, I mean, he don't give a shit, dude. Beyond his years and his mental, just beyond his years. He's got a 50-year-old fucking brain in a young body. Sophisticated, intelligence, integrity. I mean, it is beyond his fucking years. Devontae Smith, beyond his years. Fucking A.J. Brown, fucking kid, man. I like him as a player. I think he's a huge weapon. He's an immediate impact for us. I mean, the only way you're gonna replace A.J. Brown in this offense if you sign Mike Evans. That's the only way you're gonna replace it. You ain't no Shaheed from Seattle, no fucking Romeo Dobbs from Green Bay. You're not gonna get a number 2. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. As number 3s, sure. As a number 2, I don't think so. Oh, the Carter extension and the title. Yeah, that was the Carter extension. Jalen Carter extension could be happening soon. It's going to happen sooner or later. Because I feel like AJ Brown was really mature when he first signed here. Oh, it was all peaches and cream when he got here. It was all peaches and cream when he got here. Shane Steichen was a good play caller. Good fucking play caller. after Nick gave up, after 25% of the season went by and Nick gave up play calling within his first fucking year as the head coach. I mean, sorry, the first year as the head coach, he gave up play calling and then finally gave over the play calling to Shane Steichen. But, yet he went back to it, another 2 fucking times and thought it was going to work. And just as I saw on Facebook that the Pats had made an offer for A.J. Brown is willing to revise the deal. I don't think that's real. I heard there was a first and a third was offered and they rejected it. I don't think that's it. Rappaport literally just reported on it today on national television. He pretty much said that the Eagles have a certain compensation that they want and they haven't got it yet. He said that the Patriots are pretty much the main focus on this trade. The Chargers have kind of listened a little bit, but that's as far as it went. We don't have any numbers. We don't have what deal. There's no information on any type of deal that has happened yet, any type of offer that's been on the table that the Eagles rejected yet. I think it's all bullshit. You know what I mean? We just gotta be fucking patient. But this shit has to happen. This has to happen today. This has got to happen today. Oh, technically tomorrow. It's 10:53, but technically on technically what's today? Tomorrow's Saturday, so that we still have a few more days. We still got a few more days. So, but by the end of the weekend, they got to get this thing done if it's going to happen. So, I don't know if Moore can get a second. I don't see why A.J. Brown can't get us a haul. I don't either. Every time we try to trade one of our own players, I mean, especially a player like this caliber, I feel like we never get what we want. I don't know. It's like the Ravens got what they wanted for a 28-year-old fucking edge rusher. Okay, and KC got a haul of picks for trading that cornerback. But the Eagles start trading and boom, they can't get anybody they fucking want. They can't get what they want. I don't get it. And why is it just the Patriots? Why aren't multiple? Why aren't, you know what I mean? Maybe the Bills were involved. Maybe, even the Chargers are starting to get involved like a little tiny smidge bit, but it's not enough. Like what's wrong here? Like, why isn't there more teams after this right now? To me, I'm just really confused over it. You know what I mean? So the Patriots want AJ and I want 1 and 2 and Christian. Yeah, they're not getting Christian Gonzalez. That's never going to happen. I mean, that's a team that's literally trying to compete for a Super Bowl. They just came out of a Super Bowl. They're trying to compete next year for one. And they're not giving away their number 1 corner for that reason. I had the Ravens in a nice trade, which the Eagles get Nate Wiggins for 2 more years. That'd be great. 2 more years, you have Nate Wiggins on a rookie deal, less than $4 million. $3 million and $4 million the next 2 years. Cheap as shit. That would have been a perfect team. I wish the Eagles can grab a player and at least patch up a hole on defense, or I don't know, something, I don't think there's much value trading with the Patriots. There's no value because they just got out of the Super Bowl and that first round pick is going to be a second round pick. I mean, I don't think there's much value trading with the fucking Patriots. There's no value. I don't think there's not much value trading with the Pats. Any pick that you get from them is going to be a late round pick for that round. It doesn't do much. OG Telltale says, well, Maxx Crosby is now officially with the Ravens now, so we have no choice but to re-sign Jalen Phillips. And if the Eagles let Phillips walk for a compensatory pick, I feel like Bradley Chubb will be there for the Eagles. Or that kid from the Ravens everybody was just talking about earlier in the chat, the free agent from the Ravens that got traded and had like 7.5 sacks the latter part of the season, week 7 to week 18 or something like that. Be another guy that's available. So, Crosby got traded to the Ravens for 2 first-round picks for 26 and 27. Done deal. It's over. No bullshit now with that. Quay Walker's better. Yeah, we'll see. It depends what they're willing to pay. Depends what they're willing to pay. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it. It's about 11 p.m. I have so much. I have to re-edit a video for tomorrow, and I have a bunch of clips I have to put up tonight as well. So it's gonna be a busy day the next few days. So Sunday, Philly Shakedown podcast, 2-hour podcast. We're gonna be talking about everything that's been going on the day before the tampering period. And Monday, I will be streaming at 10 a.m. to probably 6 to 8 hours on Monday, and probably Tuesday as well. We're going to do some long streams from Sunday. Monday will be the stream for legal tampering. If you guys want to hang out, I will be here streaming, going through the whole process together. Make sure to check out the memberships for extra content in the pinned comment. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because we cover the Eagles every single day. And yeah, we have content like crazy coming out. So, and definitely like the stream if you guys have it. I appreciate it so much from everybody coming in today. I didn't expect any type of move to happen that was pertained to the Eagles, I guess. So Crosby is off the board, and hopefully Phillips will be the priority signing. You know, hopefully we'll see what happens. All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I will see you guys on the next one tomorrow. And remember, guys, Shakes what up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. You guys enjoy it. See you guys. Peace. Peace, peace.